Level Pro Boxing Media, the Fighters and Trainers channel, and most importantly, the People's channel. And we have here in the early morning tip before the snowstorm hits. We got Breadman. Man, we got snow. Did you guys get snow like a couple days ago?
A little bit,
Yeah, we got like five
man.
over here.
I'm so over this, man. My daughter, this is her first year of high school track, and they about to start practicing in a couple of weeks, and we got freaking snow on the ground, man. It's crazy.
Mm, Um, nice card yesterday. With Ryan Garcia and Barrios. You was able to check out all the fights.
Yeah, I got in late
Let's.
because Iran Peterson, JYD, he fought last night, so I got in a little bit late, but I seen everything when I got in.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I seen a lot of people had some fights on yesterday. Um, let's start with the Philly native Albright and Frank Martin. It was a draw. It kind of opened up the night a little bit. I mean, obviously, I got to see Omari Jones as well. His stoppage against Aries, that was pretty good as well.
Yeah, Mario Jones can fight, and
Hmm.
he's trained by Virgil Hunter. Virgil's gonna be able to do a lot of good things with him. I had Omari Jones in camp with Caleb Plant, and I seen him box a long time ago out in the Bay Area. He got good skills. I like him. He got like a little bit Chad Dawson to his game.
Mm. At 160 pounds, when do you feel like he's really to take it to the next level? I was listening to Shakur Stevenson on the broadcast. They want to see him in there with some guys. He's that good.
Uh, I mean, it's a couple good 60 pounders coming up, so I know he's a little young. I think he's one of the best American prospects. But it's a Cuban kid, Yoenli Hernandez, and a Dominican kid named Yuri Centeno. They're a little older than him. They're really good too. It's a couple. Uh, I don't want to say Russian, but from one of the countries in the old Soviet Union, there's a couple of them that's pretty good too. But I think he might be one of the top guys in America.
Mm. Um, Albright and Frank Martin's draw.
Man, Nair Albright in Philly, everybody call him Woo, and he's just one of them all around tough fighters, man. That's just he been in so tough. He's been in with so many different styles, and he still believe in himself. He's just difficult to beat because he's been matched so much tougher. Like like when he gets into a fight, nothing shocks him because of how hard he's been matched. And his body and his mind, they can adapt to a lot of things. He's so battle tested. Them kind of guys are really dangerous when they still believe in themselves because the person that they're fighting, the so-called A side, has not been through what they've been through. So you get these guys with a couple of losses early in their record, maybe a draw or two, but they didn't fought so many tough fights. So just think about it. You got Oshaki Foster became a world champion. He got a couple losses. What's the kid named Kenneth Sims from Chicago? Karan Davis, my kid. They kind of they just really tough, hard, well-rounded guys. You got Wu. Tevin Farmer was like that, but he broke through and won a world championship. Those kind of guys are just hard to deal with. Frank did good, but he couldn't separate himself from Wu. It was like tit for tat. One round, one guy get it. One round, the other guy get it. And then Wu hurt him late. He can.
Twice, I think.
I'm, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him because I know he's gonna get another big payday. You know what I'm saying? And that's what boxing is all about: having something to show for after your career is over with. Rather, everybody's not gonna make millions of dollars, but I'm just happy for them. Them 150s and 200s, that shit add up, especially if you got other things going. So I'm happy for that kid, man. I think he got a baby. I see him on social media sometime. Does a good performance, and I'm a big Frank Martin fan. I think Frank Martin's a good, well-rounded fighter, but he couldn't pull away from him. You know what I mean? You got to be like super dynamic to be able to kind of dominate Will. You got to have like something gotta be like real fast or real freaky. But just if you just an all around guy, because he's an all around guy and he a dog and he tough, he physically tough, where you can't like break him because you hit him with hard shots. And he's a good fighter, man. I, I think both guys perform good.
But we can't stop there, man. When he hurt Frank Martin, I guess his mouthpiece came out of his mouth 2 times, and it was around the time that Frank Martin was really trying to get collective, collect his thoughts, and him, because he was buzzed a little bit. I mean, what was your thoughts on that? Do you feel like he's gonna, I don't know, look back at that moment and be like, damn,
There's always small moments like that that cause you big glory. It's always small moments like that. If you think about your life, it's one little decision. You make a left, you make a right, mouthpiece fall out, trip. It's always small moments like that. I think you're gonna regret it. I think he's gonna say, God damn it, if my mouthpiece didn't fall out, I could have won that fight. That's what I think he's
hmm
gonna say in his mind. I don't know. Maybe somebody told him to get it fitted one. I don't know what happened leading up to that. Why it start coming out in the 10th round. I have no idea. But he's definitely gonna say, damn it, that one little that's how life is, man. It's one little thing for all of us. That's why the small details matter, man. I don't know what happened. It's a shame, but it definitely start just coming out weird, right? It's
hmm
a shame, man. It's a shame. I seen that too. I said, God damn it. Not saying he would have stopped Frank, but maybe he'd have knocked him down again. Who knows? I don't know how it would have worked.
Leading up to the fight, Shakur Stevenson had Albright winning the fight. He shared the
Not
ring
knocked
with
him
him. And
down. Not knocked him down. I'm sorry, but put him down and got the 10-8 round. Yeah, I
right,
said that. I apologize because fighters don't like when you mess up these stats. I didn't say that right.
true, true. So yeah, and then he gets the knockdown. He wins the fight,
Yep.
hopefully. Um, but in the same time, right? Before the fight, Shakur Stevenson shared the ring with Albright and sparring, and he said that he was a good fighter, and he had him winning the fight ahead of time. But in the broadcast, he says, is Frank Martin a real 12-round fighter? Because he seems like he might be a little bit of a front runner. What do you think? Because maybe that was kind of like that factor of Albright had so much wind left, and maybe he got hurt because he got tired. What's your thoughts on the broadcast talks of Shakur Stevenson at that moment? I know that they were supposed to fight back in the day, so maybe there was some tension. But what's your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, the way Shakur Stevenson sees it, the way he sees it, he's the expert analyst for a reason. I don't know if Frank Martin is a front runner. He did real good against Michelle Rivera when he had that prospect fight, like that, that 50-50 prospect fight that a lot of fighters got to go through. He fought a perfect fight that fight. So I don't know if he's a front runner. He faded a little bit against Tank, but Tank kind of gets you like that with everybody when he was right. You know what I'm saying? Where you might start out a little good early and then he start catching up to you. Wu was a dog. So I'm
Clearly,
personally not going to label Frank a front runner. I will have to see more. I want to just judge him on those little. Not saying that they don't count, but I don't want to judge him on that. But Frank is heavily muscled. I always look at fighters that's like overly heavily muscled like that. And I remember Tim Bradley talking about how he had to do extra cardio. And Marvin Hagler's another heavily muscle fighter, how he did extra cardio because you gotta have maintenance on those muscles. Because when you got heavy muscles like that, it suck up a lot of your red oxygen cells, red blood cells, and
the guy that Beck the Bully just fought on that card as well. He was
yeah, yeah. So whenever I see guys like that, I look to see if they fade or not. So I don't know, but I'm not gonna say that Frank is a front runner. I'm not gonna do that to him. I want to see. He don't have a lot of career fights, man. I think he only like 19-1. You know what I mean? So I got to see more of the label you want if it's not true.
right, right.
So I give him grace.
The next title fight that we had there. Well, before that, we had Richardson Hitchens in the co-main event. He gets food poisoning before the fight, and he wasn't able to fight Duarte. Do you feel like that IBF should order that fight next?
Yes, and I feel like that boxing. This is why boxing needs a union. I don't know if they took care of Duarte, but imagine going through that camp and all the money you spent. Maybe you pay some people weekly. Maybe you pay some people monthly. Maybe you pay for a lot of sparring. Maybe you took out advances. Your team, they worked their ass off. The boy deserve his whole purse. He do. He made the weight. He did what he was supposed to do. He deserved his whole purse. When I saw that, the first thing I thought about was Duarte's team. 'Cause I've been through that before, man. That's a tough. Something has to get fixed with that in boxing. Something. That's why I think boxing needs a union for those exact circumstances. He deserves his whole purse. He did his job, and I'm not questioning anything Richardson Hitchens did or said. I don't know. You always gonna have rumors when somebody pull out of a fight that close to a fight. But the opposing opponent, bro, that gotta suck for them. You imagine because that's your paycheck. You
Hmm.
imagine you got a guy with a world title shot and he come to you like Mills, give me 100 grand for training camp, pay for his
Hmm.
sparring, cryotherapy, all that for 8 weeks. Everybody on the team think they're gonna get a nice paycheck, trainer, strength and conditioning coach, assistant, all that. And you think you're gonna get your money back plus whatever your percentage is of that fighter's purse. And then they don't fight. And then
Hmm.
somebody tell you that your guy not getting paid. So not only you thought you was getting paid, but you out of 100 grand into the next time he fight, whenever that's gonna be. That's horrible, bro. It's horrible. It just is. So without
And you're
knowing
not
Duarte,
guaranteed that championship fight
and
as
you're not
well.
guaranteed again, you got it. So without
So now you're
knowing
stuck in
Duarte,
contract with your
that's
money in the.
horrible, bro. That's horrible. Like it just is. It happened to me before. It's not a
Hmm.
good feeling at all.
Yeah, no, I agree. A lot of people don't talk about that side of it. Everybody wants to just be like, well, obviously Oscar De La Hoya had some things to say. He feels like it was kind of weird, that, through 2, 3 hours before the fight, it was canceled. You don't really see that in boxing.
You don't. You don't. You don't see it. They made the weight. They made the second day weigh in. You don't see it. And I thought that Hitchens will win the fight, but who knows? Hopefully it's not something that sticks with him for the rest of his career. Because when that happens, you get your reputation changes. Hopefully, that's all I'll say. That's an odd thing. You see guys pull out of fights in camps, injuries. You don't see guys pull out of pay-per-view title defenses a couple hours before fights. That's a rare thing in boxing. Rare, 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 rare. Very rare.
Food poisoning.
I mean, all right. It's
I
just
mean,
rare.
you tell me, like, when it comes down to these fights, right? These guys that make the weight, you know some people they stay disciplined and they eat the appropriate things, so that way they don't have their body feeling some type of way on fight night, right? We went through this as well. You talked to me about some of your fighters as well dealing with that. But food poisoning per se, have you ever thought about it though? Like, making sure that you pack the foods even for the day of the fight, for things
Um,
like that.
I do think about eating agreeable foods, but when you fight, Rich Hitchens is from New York, right?
Yeah.
He ain't packing foods to come out Vegas. He's gonna find a place in Vegas to eat, rehydrate, and do all his things he does. So it wouldn't
Hmm.
make sense for him to pack food. Food has an expiration date, but he should be able to find a nice, clean restaurant to carb up proteins, get his drinks or whatever. I have no idea what happened with the food poisoning, but I don't know if he produced any type of proof or whatever. But if that's what they said. That's what they said. But it's
No
something that
proof
you think
yet.
about. It's something you think about. You just get agreeable foods. After a weigh-in, fighters need to drink, get their start the rehydration process, and then they need to slowly start ingesting some carbs and some proteins, and you get back. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You have to ask him what he ate or whatever. I can't really speak on nothing like that. Food poisoning is possible if you eat something that's not agreeable, which it definitely is possible. But listen, I don't want to give an explanation for him. He has to give his explanation. What restaurant? All
100%.
those kind of things is going to come into play. Because people are going to be suspicious of the excuse.
Right. Right. Um Now the WBA title fight at 140 pounds. Gary Antoine Russell beats Andy Aroka. Tell me, what do you think about the performance? What do you think about the scorecards? Do you feel like the fight was maybe a little closer than what the scorecards had it? But yeah, what do you think about Gary's performance?
It was solid, but it wasn't spectacular. His brothers was upset with him in the corner, and a tough guy in front of him. That was a real title defense. I didn't score that fight, but I don't even know who won.
It was that close in your eyes.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was. It looked like it was a close fight. I mean, I thought Gary pulled it off, but it was
Yeah,
some great moments.
I'm not saying he
I
didn't
think he.
win,
I
but
think Gary had a lot of earlier rounds.
listen,
Um,
I'm not saying he didn't win. I'm just saying like I wasn't scoring it, but I was watching it like, damn, it's a close fight.
Definitely not what the scorecards had it, but I think he won. I know a lot of people have different see it looking at it differently. Like look in the comments. But
I
yeah, so
don't
you
know.
had it close.
I had it close. I like the Russell brothers a lot, all of them. But objectively speaking, I had it a close fight. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that Antoine got a gift. It was a close fight to score. It was just I wasn't when you're not writing it down. It's a little bit different. Antoine was hustling, but he couldn't put together. I don't know. It's hard to me to explain, but I got to give Andy Hiroka his props because he didn't
Facts.
allow Antoine to do what he wanted to do. Sometimes the other guy
Mhm.
don't allow you to. He was landing some nice body shots, sneaky little uppercuts. He could fight. He gonna be tough on anybody. That was a real title defense.
Yeah. It was like eh, one fighter had more gas for certain rounds, and if you didn't know if one guy was like taking it off, then you would see that both of them got hurt in that fight, I believe.
Yeah, I think he hurt Gary Russell to the body.
Both of them got hurt to the body.
Yeah, yeah. Listen,
Different rounds.
that was a real fight, bro. That Gary Russell Jr. was in a real title defense. Anybody asked me because I didn't know who Andy Hiroka was, and I started looking at video. I was like, damn, they making Gary fight him. Then he say he was somebody say he's a mandatory. He was Sean Gibbons. I'm like, okay, he got some smoke on his hands. Dude could fight. And
Yeah.
just
Gary.
see, we get in boxing, we get egos, right, Mills? Because we
Mhm.
don't know somebody, we think that they can't fight. Like our opinion is so important in this world where, oh, I don't know him, so he must be a bum. Bullshit. That dude can fight. He can fight. He know what he doing. He tall, he rangy, he got heart,
I
he
think that's the
tough,
best part of boxing sometimes too.
he physically tough. He can fight.
Yeah.
Anybody
Great
talk crap
body
about
work,
him, anybody
the
talk
speed.
talk crazy about him, you know what I would tell him?
Fight him.
You go fight him.
Fight him. Fight
You
him.
fight him. And wait a minute. And then he came over here on short days notice because of the jet lag from Japan and they didn't give him his visa.
Yes.
Bro, but listen, props to Antoine because he had a real guy in front of him and he was in there, giving great effort. You know what I mean? He really was because he was taking criticism from his brothers in the corner, which they was right, by the way. Both his brothers was right. But sometimes,
They have a good team over there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you could tell that Gary, the big brother, he like, yo, y'all better listen. Like he pulled rank when it come down to that. I respect that. I like Gary. But Antoine was in a real fight, bro. He I'm like, wow. It was hard for him to get separation. It was tit for tat. Every time he would get rolling, that other dude wanted to win, man. He wanted to win
Yeah.
his first world
He
title. He
didn't
gave a hell of
respect
an
his
effort.
power, or Antoine's power.
I know. I know. It's crazy. Antoine, he not getting knockouts the way he used to at this level. You know what I mean? He can beat you up, but is not. I don't think he's a one punch guy. I think he's like a volume guy at the top level. Because it last, yeah. Not saying that you can't go through a little cold spot, but that dude was taking his punches pretty good. Even though I think Antoine did hurt him to the body, but he was taking his punches good.
Looking at the scorecards, they don't matter, but they took a point away from Andy Aroka for low blow. Do you feel like those were necessary and intentionally?
I don't know. It was a fight. Sometimes in a fight, Hit a guy low a couple times, man.
Slow them down real quick.
Yeah, sometimes it happens, man.
Yeah. Um, Definitely Andy Roca is definitely a black horse at the 140 division and
Black, he like a black Japanese dude too, man. He look
black
like he's a black
Japanese.
dude,
Yo, for real.
don't he?
Yeah.
He look like a black dude, right?
He looked like a Filipino. I don't know. He looks something different there, but
Yeah, I looked at him like, damn.
yeah. He don't look like Japanese, but you know he's like some type of Asian, but yeah, man, huge dude, and can fight. So I can't wait to see him more. Same thing, like you said, with Wu, that performance can get him to bigger fights. Do you feel like the same thing with Aroka and Turkey and stuff like that? Put those guys back in the ring with other, top dudes. Yeah.
100. Well, Wu not gonna ever get no easy fights
Right.
because he got a couple of losses. The promoters and matchmakers know that he will fight anybody, so he not gonna get no easy fight. But guys like him don't want no easy fights. He don't care. I mean, he want smoke.
Right. Ryan Garcia shuts out Mario Barrios and drops him in the first round. What's your reaction? Obviously, leading up to the fight, a lot of people didn't know what to think about Ryan Garcia coming into this fight. What's your reaction?
Um, his talent won him the fight. You know, it's just that he's just a more talented fighter than Barrios, and he
The
looked pretty
speed?
good. Yeah, just a little bit too much talent and twitchiness, and
Yeah.
you know, uh, and he got the Mario early, and when you get to a guy early, kind of makes him a little hesitant,
With
and
the
then
looping right hook.
yeah, and then he had him like tame. He tamed him. Just a difference in talent. Mario will have to be willing to walk through a landmine and throw 85 to 90 punches around to beat Ryan because the talent level is different. I don't
Hmm.
care what their appearance is. They both like tall with good builds on them, but Ryan just much more twitchy. His hand-eye coordination, his reaction time. He's just a more talented fighter.
you know, Shakur says, I don't know what the hell Mario Barrios was doing in there. Did you feel like, Marios is possibly a sharp fighter? I mean, when he was fighting Pacquiao, couldn't pull the trigger. And in this fight,
You,
couldn't really pull the trigger at all.
the last time we seen a really good Mario Barrios was against
Ugas.
Tank Davis.
No,
Even
Ugas,
Ugas,
Ugas.
see
Dropped
Ugas is
Ugas too.
he did, but Ugas is kind of on the downside. Last time we seen him versus a really good fighter, young, was Tank Davis. He looked good the first 8 rounds of that fight, but after that, we haven't seen him look really good. The two draws in a row with Abel Ramos and Manny Pacquiao, that that says a lot. That says a lot, and you might see it. He might be on the other side. You don't know, but that that says a lot.
Now he was using his right hand. Did you see the game plan? And also, what do you thought about Ryan Garcia's jab? I mean, it seemed like it was one of the key components for the fight.
Um, was you know what? He was throwing his right hand more, but Mills is sometimes when a guy just gets off so much faster than you, it don't matter what hand he throw.
Yeah,
He
you
just
can't
get
see the shit.
yeah, you can't see it. You don't have time um to react to it. It's just like I mean, a person only has two hands. He just couldn't see it. You know what I mean? It's just a different level of talent.
Yeah, and I think also, I don't know if it was the display of Shakur with Teofimo Lopez with the jab, but maybe maybe Ryan looked at this fight like maybe I could get beat him before the jab and after the jab, before he throws something, and in that matter, I mean, maybe that jab is starting to set the tone. A lot of these guys lately, they just want to walk these guys down without a jab. I don't know if it's like a style or something, but yeah.
Um, it could be, but you got to remember something too. Ryan Garcia was an elite amateur. You know, if you hear the guys talk about him, just listen to him. They all respect what he did as an amateur. And
Hmm.
Mario Barrios really wasn't on that level as an amateur. Ryan was really, really high up there, as far as he got all the respect from the fighters. Like if you ever hear Devin and Shakur and them talk and Keyshawn, they were like, yo, Ryan was nice back in the day. His pedigree just a little bit too high for Mario Barrios. And Rolly was able to beat Ryan. Rolly is heavy handed, more heavy handed than you guys realize. He can hurt you. Well, I don't think Mario is as heavy handed as Rolly. So, and Rolly, like, he looked like he can't fight, but he like weird twitchy. He got like weird little awkward twitch where you gotta like be a little bit careful. Mario's Barrios is just straight meat and potatoes. You know everything you're gonna do. You can pick up his body rhythm. There's I'm not gonna say threat, but there's no real novelty about his approach. You can see what he's about to do. With Rolly, you gotta like jump back a little bit, like, okay, he gonna throw a weird little hook, he gonna bang me with some weird looping crazy shots from weird angles, and he's so heavy-handed and explosive. So Rolly was able to kind of tame Ryan with his unpredictable approach with Mario. You see, once you see him one round, you kind of see it the whole time. It's not hard to catch Mario's rhythm. And that's what I was kind of afraid for him in the fight. I was saying that Mario has a chance if he could get through the early rounds without getting caught with nothing big and, start working on the inside. And, but to get there, Mills, is the problem. To get there, can you take the punches to get there? Can you get there safely? It's not just, it's easy to say, just get on the inside. He couldn't get there safely because Ryan is too twitchy. It's just an overall different talent level. And for Mario to have make up for that, he would have had to drag him on the inside fight, work him, tie him up, beat his hips, just really just back him up the whole night. Just be Joe Frazier, David Benavidez, and he not that. You know what I mean? So it's just a tough fight for him, you know. And he respected Ryan's power. He was coming, but it's a different kind of come when you're like, shit, I could step to him, but I'm not gonna step to him to get knocked out. You got For him to overcome that, a less talented fighter could beat a more talented fighter if the less talented fighter has this, where he's not afraid to get knocked out, crazy kind of stamina, a great kind of chin where he can walk through the punches, then he could overcome it. But you need something tangible that you could call on to overcome the talent gap. He just didn't have it.
Tell me, when it comes down to Mario Barrios, do you feel like this is the worst loss he's taken in his career?
No, because he was the underdog in this fight. I think the worst loss, or worst
Tank.
outcome he had was Abel Ramos' draw. They got him a guy that he should have been able to knock out and kind of, boost his stock, and he struggled and got a draw with him. I think when that happened, it was just like, damn, like,
It's
because they
basically a
kind of
L.
you kind of giving you get yeah. Abel Ramos is Jesus Ramos like uncle or something. He's an older fighter, got a handful of losses.
Yeah,
He shouldn't be able to be that competitive with a world champion. So when he gave him that fight, that because let's be honest, that's the promoters taking care of you. That's somebody like, all right, let's give him this showcase fight to look good. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't get them kind of opportunities where they could get a guy as a huge favorite. Mario Barris is a solid fighter, but he's not a young Roberto Duran. You know what I mean? For him to be that big of a favor over Jesus Ramos shows, I mean, Casey Ramos shows like what that fight was supposed to look like. When he got a draw in that fight, that's basically a loss, to be honest with you. And when you get a draw in that fight, it's like, and then he got the draw with Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a legend and a great fighter, but Casey Ramos, Marios
he's
was
almost
supposed to
pushing
be.
50.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think this was his worst outcome because more people expected Ryan to win than they expected Mario to win, and Ryan was a favorite, and Ryan's still in his physical prime, and the people that know that's around the gyms and stuff like that, they know that Ryan is a more talented fighter than Mario.
Now he's the WBC champion. A lot of people, I like that you took notice about how a lot of the fighters, talk about, Ryan's amateur career. I forget, I don't think it was like 11-time national champion or something like that, 10-time national champion. But, now he's world champion. Lots of people were saying, listen, man, if he lost this fight last night, he would have been shelled. People would have been looking at him like he is not that guy. I can't believe we put him in the four kings discussion, that type of deal. Never become champion. What do you think this win has done for Ryan Garcia and at the welterweight division?
It reestablished his career. It did. It did. He needed this win for his whole career. Listen, they could say belts don't matter, right?
Hmm.
But they do. Belts don't matter when you like at a certain level, the Canelo, the Floyds, the Pacquiao's. But Mill, you around the gyms. What does everybody want to hear? And the
Champ.
new
Yeah.
guys walk in the gym and they scream that. They whole life they wait to hear. You see how emotional he was when he won that belt?
Yep.
He could tell everybody, oh, belts don't matter, belts don't matter. That's bullshit. Belts matter. Every fighter, we keep score for a reason. You want to be a world champion. You want your night. So it reestablished his career, and nobody could throw that up in his face again that you never been a world champion. You know who else needs that? Virgil Ortiz. He needs to win a world championship if you're gonna make some kind of stake as a great fighter, especially in this era where four belts are available. So that reestablished Ryan's career, and he needed to win a world championship to legitimize himself. You know, you can't just keep going around just taking money fights over and over again. Conor Ben is another one. Never won a world championship. Makes all this money, has all these people going on crazy about it, but he never won a world championship. You want to legitimize yourself, or your career will never get legitimized.
100%. At the end of the fight, Ryan Garcia says that he wants Shakur Stevenson next. Shakur Stevenson was in the broadcast, definitely inviting that fight. They linked. Shakur says, "Hey, you not that big," And in the post press conference, Ryan says, "If that's what you're worried about, size don't win fights." I mean, now when you look at this fight with Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson, what do you see? Because what Ryan says is that his speed and his timing, that twitchiness that they have, are very similar. Obviously, they have different footwork and different skills. But what do you think about Ryan's quote and the call out, and if that fight happens next?
Um, I like Shakur, just a better fighter. Shakur Stevenson, he's a great fighter.
Hmm.
Ryan Garcia is a talented fighter.
Mm,
There's a difference.
big difference.
Shakur Stevenson, you could pick him up, put him in anywhere ever in history, and get guys from 126 to 140. I'm not going to say 47 yet, because it's some killers at 47. He probably be a little small for 47. I don't think he could beat guys like Terrence Crawford or Ray Leonard at 47. I'm not going to do that. I want to be fair with my praise. But you could put him anywhere from 126 to 140 pounds, and he hold his own with anybody. Well, his fundamentals, with his dedication, with his IQ, with his physical gifts, with his ability to read punches, with his jabs. He's not weak. He's physically strong. His all-around game, his pedigree. He can hold his own with anybody from 126 to 140. I'm not saying beat everybody, but he will hold his own with anybody. You can't do that with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is a talented fighter. He has some things that stand out to you, but his overall package is not as good as Shakur. Um, I would take Shakur. Now, 147 is going to be a little, it's probably pushing his physical limits, but he should be okay with Ryan there. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't pick him to be the guy like Boots or Bud there or young Earl coming up. I wouldn't do that at 47. But he should be okay with Ryan at 147 if they was to fight.
He had the stigma of him just only having a left hook. He showed, he had a right hand in this fight. He showed he had a jab in this fight. What do you about the defense? Do you feel like he showed a better display in defense? I have to say, I did see that 360 in the first round. I didn't like that. I see that he don't like pressure. But yeah, what do you think about this? The overall, stigma of Ryan's, them saying that he was just a
Um,
one-handed fighter, and now,
I don't I don't call guys one-handed fighters Mills because they only had 2 hands. So you
yeah,
always gonna use one hand a little bit more than the other. I don't never really say that. Uh,
but he was
and if you are
disciplined.
one and if you are one-handed fighter, if it's your lead hand, you use that hand the most anyway.
Yeah,
Um, I think he showed a better defense, but that was against Mario Barrios. That's not against Shakur Stevenson, bro. That's a
yeah,
different
yep.
different level of fighter.
Hmm.
And I'm saying this respectfully. I think Mario is a good fighter, but he's not in Shakur's league in terms of talent. Shakur is super sharp. He's not a knockout puncher, but he hits you sharp enough to put you in your place where you can't just go to him. He tames you with his power. He's a good body puncher. He's accurate. It's a different fight. Now, sure, you're gonna have to be careful with Ryan. You know, sometimes southpaws don't see a left hook. You're gonna have to be careful. Ryan could clip him. Definitely could hurt him. But I think Shakur beats him.
Is that a bigger fight than the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney rematch?
They both huge because Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia it went viral. The PEDs, the knockdowns, the celebrations, the bad blood. One's the WBO champ. One is the WBC champ. It's a unification. Shakur just won the title at 140. That's big. All of them is big. They both huge fights.
You know,
But if he fights Shakur first, it's not going to be no rock. It's not going to be no damn Haney fight. Devin, Shakur Stevenson's good, man. And so is Devin Haney. I think they both would beat Ryan Garcia.
and okay, okay. Now, does Ryan have a better shot with the Haney rematch just because of mentality being in that
Yes,
ring?
yes. He knows that he hurt him, but he also knows what he did. I hate that for Devin too, man. That he got to keep talking about a fight where a guy popped dirty, but that's just what
But it's a
that's
it's a
it.
discussion right now because of how
Yeah,
great
it,
he
it is.
looked. Even
It
Devin and,
is.
and, and Twitter said, "Hey, he's on that juice."
Yeah. I think that the Devin fight is better for Ryan stylistically because from what I'm reading, they was 3-3 as amateurs, and I don't think Ryan was on PEDs back then. So it is something that he can do with Devin. He can compete with him. Devin is an orthodox fighter where he lines up with Devin a little bit better. Um, it's just stylistically, I think I'm assuming you don't fight somebody 6 times as an amateur and go 3-3 at that level and not be able to do something with him. So he just might be more comfortable fighting Devin. And Devin is a super skillful fighter, but he he's not as elusive as Shakur is defensively. He might be the same level of boxer, but just Shakur is more elusive than me. He can take away your best punch a little bit better.
In the post press
What
conference,
time is it? Okay. I'm sorry. I gotta get
no,
out of there in 5 minutes, bro.
no problem.
Um,
So the,
so um I would just say that he probably thinks in his mind he matches up better with Devin than he does Shakur. But sometimes people misconstrue the comment. I'm not saying Shakur better than Devin. I'm not getting into that. What I'm saying is Shakur might be a tougher matchup for Ryan than Devin because he fought Devin so many times as an amateur. I don't know about him and Shakur's amateur history. I can't speak on it because I never really heard about it. But I heard Devin and Ryan both say they was 3-3 as an amateurs, and then Ryan was on PEDs. I'm a big anti PED guy, but it does seem like that he could do a little bit more with Devin's style. Like Devin's style, he can process it a little bit better where Shakur is a little bit harder to hit, a little bit different. So that's what I'm trying to say. Not one is better than the other one because I know that's a comparison. I think them young brothers have to fight so we could figure that out. But just stylistically, I think Ryan matches up better with Devin than he does Shakur.
in the post press conference, they asked him about Devin Haney. He says that he's dealing with CTE at this moment in time in his career, and that's why the Haneys don't want the Ryan Garcia fight. But Bill stated that he hasn't enrolled into the program 365, so that's the reason why this fight's not happen next. Um, a lot of people talk about the PEDs, like you said, you don't want to talk. you hate that you have to talk about it with Devin, but obviously when they talk about this post press conference yesterday, it made Devin look like he was scared. And you know what? Because I can't get this Devin Haney fight, I'm gonna fight Shakur Stevenson instead.
Bro, I don't care what it made it look like. Devin Haney fought a man that was on drugs, and he got a right to want a fair playing field. And he takes some tough ass smoke, and and he show up. So I'm not going to do that to the man. You know what I mean? Till somebody go out there and fight somebody for 12 rounds that's on drugs. Y'all can say what y'all want. You could die in boxing, bro. That's a real thing. You could die in boxing, and usually these drugs allow you to cut weight and stay strong throughout camp and not have no weak days. You know, you be around the gyms, you know, fighters work real hard. They're a little tired the next day. When you're
Hmm.
on PEDs, you can keep working, you can keep working, you can keep working. Then you turn into a monster. So people could say whatever they want. That man has the right to not want to fight nobody that's on something. And when you microdosing and you're doing different things, these guys got tests. They got dosing schedules. And if you with a good PED guy, they could give you some shit that you could have in your body that can get out of your body in a short period of time. So the Haneys are being careful. I mean, can you blame them? That shit does shell shock you to go in the ring with a dude that tests positive. It does. It make you say like, damn, did I do my job? Did I do my due diligence on the testing? I'm sure that Bill, his dad's like, man, I got to make sure I protect my son, bro.
That's the
That's
CTE factor.
yeah. Sometimes I don't know about CTE. They could be just throwing that word around, but you want to make sure you protect your child, man. That's a dangerous sport. And Ryan was on drugs, so somebody you gonna take responsibility for that. You know what I mean? I would feel the same kind of way. Like, damn, man, I got to do a better job of protecting my guy. Devin is doing the fighting, so that his team on the outside have to do. You have to protect him with the testing and things like that. You peep what Bill says. Bill said, the testing window for Ryan and Mario was a little different. They announced the fight about a month ago or whatever he said it. So you know they wasn't testing before they announced it. And he's right. That's how the testing works. So the later the announcement, the later the testing start. So he got to protect his fighter, man. You know what I mean? He. It's just as simple as that. It's a game. Boxing. Listen, boxing is the only sport they call it random testing, but you choose when you start the test. Is it really
Hmm.
random? So you got to protect his fighter.
Conor Ben #1 in the WBC, but also now signed to Zuffa Boxing. I know we talked a little bit about Zuffa Boxing, but obviously there's been a line change now with their big signing with Jai Opataya and now Conor Ben. But also Conor Ben being WBC #1 in the 147. What do you think about Ben and Ryan, and what do you think about Ben's signing with Zuffa?
Um, I still don't know what's going on with Zuffa, but here's what I think when I heard the Conor Ben thing. I said, damn, this is my honest reaction. Eddie Hearn was keeping Conor Ben from Boots, and they should have served him up to Boots. And he protected him and took his back with the PED scandal, got him two big fights with Eubank, ruled for him. And this is just boxing. This is how it works. Honestly, I know I'm giving you my honest thought. I said, damn, man, there's no loyalty in boxing. Because I was saying to myself, like, why don't Eddie Hearn make Conor Ben in Boots? They got the bad guy, good guy, UK versus USA, all of the built-in promotion for it. Conor Ben already fought at 160. Why don't they just make that fight if he really want Boots to be a superstar? That's a big fight. Conor Ben gonna try. It'll put Boots on a big stage. They never made the fight, and he goes to Zuffa.
Do
That's
you
all I
think
can
do
say,
you, do
bro.
you think it was the Eddie Hearn protection plan, or do you feel like
What you?
that was
Yes,
coming?
I think that Eddie Hearn was keeping Conor Ben away from Boots.
Hmm.
If you want Boots to be your superstar and you got the perfect villain in your stable with the look, the way he fights, the PEDs, everything,
The
and you got
country.
Boots who's a quiet kid but could fight his ass off, you match them. That's perfect. The styles match. Conor Ben gonna try to knock his head off. Boots is really an athletic killer. So he likes that, brother. He's not one of them guys that like the box first, the perfect style matchup, and you don't get that man that fight. Man, I tell you, man,
It
that's all I
sucks.
can say, man.
Yeah, it sucks for Boots because then you got Virgil Ortiz with that little lawsuit that they were going on with Golden Boy. So it's like this
But how about this? You don't got to go through a lawsuit if you got a guy right in your stable,
for sure.
right? Am I right? There is
Yeah.
no, well, who's the? You don't got to go through that. You got the guy in your stable. That's the perfect opponent for you.
Hmm.
So that's what I
But
thought to myself, like, God damn, he showed Eddie Hearn really backed him. He rolled for him. But it's boxing, and we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We don't know what kind of deals it was. And let me tell you something. I'm not mad at Conor Ben. I want to misconstrue this. He has to do what he has to do for his family and for himself. What I don't really like is the promoters always being partial to the marketable side and who I can promote the best instead of promoting the better fighter and the talent and letting that fighter rise up. We see
do
what
your
Terrence
job as a
Crawford.
promoter and make them grow.
Yes, Terrence Crawford didn't get his big break. He was 35 years old. He was the best fighter in the world way before that. But because he couldn't sell and he didn't act a certain way or look a certain way, it took him so long to catch on. Boots don't really talk like that. He's a reserved dude. I'm not gonna say he's shy, but he kind of reserved. He don't big mouth. He not like that. That's the fight you give him to take him up here because he's the talent. That's what these promoters, they always want to go with the marketable, so-called marketable guy. But if you just promote the better talent and let the world see certain sides for him and do your job and be a promoter, you're gonna have the best fighter in the world for 7 to 10 years. We saw it with now Top Rank is a little bit different, but Oscar De La Hoya was ahead of Floyd Mayweather because he was more marketable. But Floyd turned out to be the better fighter. Just promote the talent and you gonna get everything else that you want. It might just take a little bit longer. There's no reason why Terrence Crawford should have waited till he was 35 years old to be a superstar. Boots is be 29. He had to fight right in his stable.
He needs the fights. He needs the fights at the end of the day.
Listen, I feel for the kid. He had to fight right in his stable. Same promoter. The weight wouldn't have been the problem. Make him a superstar. They chose not to make him a superstar. That's what it come down to. They was talking about Conor Ben, Mario Barrios, Conor Ben, Ryan Garcia, everybody except the guy that was in his stable.
Hmm.
They shared the same promoter. I hate to say it, but that's just what it is because everybody wants to protect the more marketable fighter. But give the more marketable fighter to the better fighter and you turn them into this. See what just happened with Teofimo and Shakur? Teofimo, the Super Bowl, the Heisman Trophy dancing, his dad, Shakur, the better fighter. Now, everywhere you turn on the TV, you see Shakur Stevenson because he got the fight.
Yep.
I gotta go though, bro. My
I
wife's
appreciate
birthday.
you. I
All right.
appreciate you. We'll get back a little bit later because I want to talk about the 54 division. A lot of things been moving. But
Just just text me. Just text me later. I'm gonna be snowed in.
all right, sounds good, man. Enjoy
All right.
breakfast, brunch.
All right.
Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. Let's get the call-ins ready, guys. Let's get the call-ins ready right now. If you guys want to call in on Instagram Live, let's talk about the fights. State your questions and also um state your facts, man. Jump on the live on Instagram. We live on Instagram Live on Mill City Boxing. Make sure you guys go up, call in. Let's talk about the fights yesterday. Great fights yesterday. And subscribe to Mill City Boxing on YouTube. Good morning, y'all, or afternoon, wherever y'all at. Wherever y'all at, call in on Mill City Boxing live on Instagram. Let's talk about the fights yesterday. Man oh man, Ryan Garcia beats Mario Barrios. And it was bad, ladies and gentlemen. Every single round, all 12 rounds, Ryan Garcia won the fight. All 12 rounds. It was nasty work to the second degree. Shout out to my man, the one and only Corey Spinks. All right? My man Corey Spinks on the live. He's calling in right now. Salute to Corey Spinks. Make sure you guys call in on Mill City Boxing on Instagram Live. What's going on, Corey?
What's up with you, my dude?
My brother, my brother. How you doing?
Good, bro.
Shit, man, your birthday was the other day.
Yeah,
You made it?
yeah, I
You
made
made
it.
it,
Thank
Gucci? You made it, Gucci?
in that order.
Talk to me. You seen the fights yesterday? I wanted to hit you
Man,
up so we could have
I
did a watch
told
party.
I told people, I said he was gonna knock Barrios' ass out. I didn't know he was gonna whoop his ass for 12 rounds.
Yo, you know when they say belt to ass? That's belt to ass.
Man, he whooped Barrios' ass, man. And I told him, I'm like, his speed is gonna kill him.
Yo, Corey, can I get your reaction? Can you cam up
Yeah,
so I can put you on the YouTube? Matter of fact, I can send you the let me send you the link on your DMs, matter of fact, so you could jump on the channel. We got over 300 people on.
okay.
All right, let me send it right now. Hold on. This Tap in with me. All right. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Salute to everybody on the live. Make sure you guys press join on Instagram Live if you guys want to call in. We're going to be having Corey Spinks chopping it up, getting his reaction on the fights because it was obviously a pretty decent card. I mean, god damn it. Richardson Hitchens got the illness and he ate something that was nasty work and he ended up getting the bug. There's lots to talk about. And then we can't forget Clarissa Shields and Franchon Cruz. They'll be fighting tonight, and they've been having a little drama on the lead up. But we got the one and only former undisputed champion at welterweight. This guy right here he's sick on the mic, and he's even sick on the pads. And you already know from St. Louis, the one and only Corey Spinks.
In that order.
In that order, my brother. Listen, man, we got to start right from the beginning, man. We got to start from, a couple hours before the fight starts. Richardson Hitchens ends up getting food poisoning before the fight for Oscar Duarte, a fight that I was really excited to see. What's your thoughts on Richardson Hitchens pulling out of the fight? A lot of people say it's because of this, Corey. Um, Not bad. Yeah. What do you think about what people a lot of people are saying that he's scared. Oscar Duarte said that he was scared. He knew he was gonna knock him out. Oscar De La Hoya said that it's very odd that someone pulls out a couple hours before the fight starts. What do you think? And then there's the IBF title on the line as well.
That is crazy, man. It's something to that. In boxing, weird stuff happen all the time, and that was to talk all that shit and to not watch what the fuck you eat. Come on now,
Mm,
you just can't be eating anything.
mm.
So that was weird to me, man. That was very weird to me.
Very
That was
disappointing.
yeah, because I was looking forward to seeing that fight. When pulled out that at the last minute because you got food poisoning. Come on, man. Man, come on, man. Today's fighters, man. Today's fighters, man. They they get a fucking what splinter in their goddamn finger. They pulling out the damn fight, bro.
A splinter, nasty word.
It's crazy, man. It's like hey, we fighting with broke hands and everything.
Mm.
You know, he ain't cut from that cloth, man.
He ain't cut.
Come on, Richard hits man. You supposed to be from New York. You supposed to be from New York.
Hmm.
You did.
The city. Facts. They said in the comments they should have gave us a discount on the pay-per-view. He was co-main. He was co-main. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Now you would have had to give a discount if it was like Ryan or Barrios for sure.
Diabolical.
And it was worth the set. I think it was worth the 70. You know what I mean? I think it was worth the
Yeah,
70.
yeah,
Um,
man. It was a good card though. Overall, I know Richardson mad that he couldn't be on it because the card was nice. The card was all right.
damn, back to back big cards, Richardson Hitchens from that
Ooh,
Shakur Stevenson in New York City.
man,
And now you didn't pull up to Vegas T-Mobile Arena and
man,
it
them
was
big,
packed. It was
them,
packed last
hey,
night.
them big fights, bro. How the fuck you gonna get out there? How in the hell you gonna get out there? The T-Mobile Arena, dude, that's an arena. That's not like fighting in the one of them hotel arenas, bro. That's a big arena. Shit.
Da da
You-
da 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 da.
How,
Damn.
how, how you gonna make a bigger how you gonna make a bigger impact on your fans? You're not getting
How you
seen,
gonna
brother.
grow a fan
You're
base?
gonna be a fucking unknown ass champion.
Say an unknown champion.
Man, what? Tell me about
There's no way you could be an unknown champion coming out of New York City, Core.
it. Hey, shit. Hey, the king of New York is Shoo.
Ooh, yo, I would have to say that's a fact.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Just the way he reacted, just the way he reacted in the garden when he knocked what's the name out. He stepped out the goddamn ring on the ring apron like nigga, Hulk Hogan. You dig?
Yeah, that's Shoe York for sure.
Yeah,
Damn. You
that was
100%
a
Corey.
big that was big. What you say?
No, you 100% Corey. Shushu
Yeah,
took over. He's the man in New York now. There's
yeah.
there's no ifs and bits about it. He's the
Nobody.
man in New York.
Yeah,
Damn, man, but it is what it is. We got to move on. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen with the kid. We might see him in Zuffa boxing. You never know. Because Keith Conley and you seen that Connor Ben just went out there. Keith Conley's
yeah.
with
That
Connor
was that.
Ben
Hey,
and Richardson.
that was shiesty though, bro.
Mate,
That was shiesty the kind of being thing. That move. That's bad karma, bro.
you didn't like the Zuffa boxing move from Connor Ben
Nah, that was kind of shady, man. That ain't gonna. That's bad work, bro. You
without
been
take
with the, you been with this man making millions and shit for years, and then you
10,
just say
10 years.
yes. Then you just say fuck your daddy
He's
and go over to your pappy.
your pappy. Yo, the British they be saying that pappy shit. That's
Yeah, your
crazy.
pappy.
That shit is crazy.
Man, that's crazy, man. See, there's got to be something in the works for him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They had to put something in front of him on his plate for him to leave Eddie Hearns for 10 years. After 10 years, or he could be just tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It has been 10 years, and he just want to take another approach of and seeing what they can do.
Let me give you a rundown to questions, and then we'll get the call in so they could join in as well.
Okay.
What's your reaction to Nair Albright and Frank Martin's draw?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I see it as because both of them was they was even though Albright pushed the fight, Albright was fighting his ass off. He
You
was
heard
he,
him.
he was very busy.
He had him on Bambies.
Yeah,
He
man,
had
that
him
was.
on Bambies.
But to tell you the truth, I lean towards Albright way. If the fight was going to go anyway, they Martin should be happy they made that fucking a draw because he was getting outworked from the beginning. He was getting outworked.
He wasn't
Albright,
mad. He wasn't mad of the draw. He wasn't
No,
mad
cause
when they.
he knew like they just blessed me, bro.
Ooh,
They just blessed him. Cause he was definitely getting outworked, man.
is that how we gonna do it? Corey Spinks says.
Yeah. In
Corey
big
Spinks says
in big bold letters.
Frank Martin got blessed last night.
In big bold letters.
Wow.
You got blessed last night, brother. Straight up like that.
Yo, and if Wu didn't just keep throwing up his mouthpiece, he probably would have had homeboy out of there,
Yeah,
or
man.
at least dropped him and won the fight.
You know what this come from? You know what this come from? You should never make a deal before handling some other business.
Mm,
And you see that clip of Frank Martin talking to this one fight in the hallway, talking about after this fight, me and you could definitely get it on. Well, let's shake hands. They shook hands on it. Motherfucker, you basically just booked another fight before you took care of this one that you had in front of you.
yeah,
It never works out in your favor when you do that.
yeah.
It never works out in your favor. And look what happened, bro. Albright, his stack don't go down.
Now
It
his stock
goes
go
up a
up.
little bit.
Yeah,
Cause he was doing his thing.
you nailed
He,
it.
he stayed busy. He kept jumping on Frank Martin ass. Pause.
Big pause. Yeah, for sure. Now, now we got Antoine Russell. He beats Andy Oroka, one of the dark horses of the division. Great fight. What you thought about that performance? And still,
Antoine Russell, he's a very tough. He's different than his brothers, different fighter than his brothers. His brothers are smooth, fast hands, you know, but he come and get it, man. He want the meat. You did. He
yeah,
come and get it, and that's what I expected for him to be a very strong, and he was, and he showed that, man. This what Gary Antoine Russell do. You know what I'm saying? So I take my hat off to the Russell family. Um, I had an opportunity to meet their dad before he passed. Good dude. You know what I'm saying? And they just carrying on a legacy, man. Carrying on their legacy through through their dad, and he tapped into it all the brothers, and they help each other out. They train each other, so they ain't bring in no new trainer. They like the brother. He was already teaching them.
mm,
So hey, big ups to the Russell brothers, bro. They poured out another one. You know what I'm saying? And much more to you, bro. Keep going, Antoine.
yeah, I like it. Smash the like button. We got over 300 people on the live. Make sure you double tap the screen if you're on mobile devices as well. Getting into the main event, Corey. Ryan Garcia shuts out Mario Barrios and takes his WBC belt with him. Tell me what's your reaction?
Man, I've been saying it from the jump. I had him knocking Barrios ass out.
Mm,
And I know when the fight first started and he dropped Barrios, I know
in the
everybody
first
that
round.
heard me, I know everybody that heard me say he was gonna knock Barrios out, they was like, man, I know this motherfucker. What the hell Spinks knew that I didn't know? But I seen it. I seen tunnel vision. I seen Garcia winning this fight no matter what. Shit. I thought he was gonna knock him out. I didn't know he was gonna whip his ass for 12 rounds. He had motherfucking Barrios face looking like the Muffin Man, man.
The Muffin Man.
He puff, tough, 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 puff.
Damn.
Yeah, man, this motherfucker looked good. I keep telling people, I'm like, they could get that YouTube shit twisted. I say this dude had an amateur background. This dude can fight, man. Just
National
because
champion multiple
I say,
times.
I tell him my style makes fights. And look, if he fights Shakur, bro, that's not gonna be an easy fight, bro.
Yeah.
He listen. He's a go getter. He want to put pain on you, bro. I'm like, if you look at the Tank fight, man, he was going that Tank ass, bro. He was trying to knock Tank ass out. It's just Rolly. It's just style makes fights. You know, the fight looked like when they sparred long. It's just a awkward style. Both of them go. What's his name is just wild with it, but Garcia is a go getter, but he just couldn't handle his strength. You know what I'm saying? But man,
Hey, hey, now
Garcia
that
can
you
fight,
said it,
man.
now you said it, you said strength. Everyone out here saying,
Yeah,
yo, that's a different Ryan Garcia. That's a Ryan Garcia that didn't take 365 program, those extra testing. Do even Haney goes and says Ryan's back on that juice. Um, what you think? What you think, Corey? Do you feel like these
he's
guys
not.
are just yeah,
He's not. He's not because you still got to take a test after the fight.
yeah. He
You
showed
still
it.
got to take a test. And listen, and he's not on the juice because he was smaller though.
Hmm.
He was probably cut up. He probably cut up a little bit, but he was smaller. He wasn't as big when he fought Devin. He was big. He had size on him. But when he just fought Barrios, he was puny. He was toned up. He was toned up. See, when he fought Haney, he had bulkiness on him a little bit. But when he just fought Barrios, he was slim and cut.
Mm.
That's that weight loss. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That they can kill, they can miss me with this steroid shit because
It's
the
excuses.
dude.
You believe it's excuses.
Yeah, I think they just trying to dim his light, man.
Dim
The
his light
man, the
down.
man.
It's
Yeah, I
gonna be
think
hard now that he's
the man.
champion.
Yeah, man. Listen. Listen. Like I said, Mills. I said you heard me say this before. If he fight Devin again, it is not gonna matter.
Yeah.
It is not gonna matter.
Yeah.
Straight up, Devin will not beat Garcia.
Yeah. Ryan was saying a lot in the post press conference. He's saying, yo, that boy got CTE. And you know, if he don't want to fight me, I'll fight Shakur.
Yeah, and let's just say something about him. This dude ain't scared to fight no fucking body. That's the mentality of a boxer. You know what I'm saying? He like fuck. Okay, but you don't want to do it. Fuck. Let's go to this next tough motherfucker. Then come on, let's get it on, Shakur. Shit, fuck it. It's boxing. You win some, you lose some.
Hmm.
And but these fighters not thinking like that no more. They thinking like win 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 win. Not you lose some, you win some. You know that's pussy. If you if you going up in that motherfucker, I think that you know what I'm saying. That this motherfucker, I gotta be on my cues. This is a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But having your fucking drawers tucked up in your anal, you did faggot
Yo.
ass niggas.
Damn.
You ain't be acting like pussies, bro.
Oh
Fight,
no.
motherfucker. Shit.
In that order. Tell him.
In
Tell him,
that
Corey.
order.
In that order. Let's get some call in so we can continue this show. Smash the like button. We got 333, 34 people on the live, only 95 likes. This is what they do, Corey, right? We bring in the
Yeah,
legends over here, right? We bring in the
yeah.
champions, we bring in the coaches, we bring in the people in the game, right? And they do me nasty with that like button. They do me
Right. Don't
grimy
don't
like button.
don't do him like that. You
Don't
gotta
do me
like
like
it.
that.
He's bringing exclusive content. You did.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, god
Show
damn
some
it.
respect, and before you go into your homie's house, knock on the door, ring the doorbell. You know what I mean? Show some
Hey, they
love.
don't under. Hey, Mills, if they don't understand that they will, you know our little circle, we about to take over every fucking thing.
Oh, talk to him, Corey. Talk to him,
No,
Corey.
man, they don't know. They don't know what we got on the rise up in this motherfucker. We all gonna stick together. Our whole little circle, and we gonna knock every motherfucker out the box.
Talk to him. Talk to him,
Yeah.
Corey.
Remember, you heard it from Corey Spinks first.
You heard it.
If anybody know us, they know our little circle.
It is what it is. We got a first caller
Yeah.
coming in. Joe Prophet in the building. What's going on?
Man, I told boys they would sleep on Woo, man.
Woo.
I don't know. I think that it started with the Davis brothers. They thought it was, I don't know why they thought it was sweet. They called him a singing nigga and shit and all this. And, you like, hey, you mad because you went around with my brother, this with my brother, but you like, hey, you tripping, you don't get it. That means I'm cloth. I went out. I went the distance with him.
Mm.
And I'm like, hey, man, he got to stop wanting to do. And he damn near stopped Frank Martin last night. That ref did some bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel you want to like his mouthpiece was out his mouth. I get it, whatever. But let the action.
Two times.
You know what I'm saying? The mouthpiece, like, you have to step on Frank right there, man. Hey, shout out to Woo, man. Keep playing with him. Keep playing with that dude, man.
Look, Frank Martin. Listen, Frank Martin is not the same fighter, man.
Mm.
Frank Martin. Listen, Frank Martin is not the same fighter as as before Tank. After the Tank, he lost something.
No,
Mm.
Corey. Look what he just did to Buddy. Look what he
He
just did
ain't
to
do.
Buddy, Corey, before the
He
fight got
didn't
ended.
do shit.
Oh,
He didn't do shit, bruh. He got
41 years old.
he got outworked.
Tell him you
He got
41 though.
he got outworked.
He is old though.
Greg Hackett on the live says Frank was in another time zone.
Yes, he got outworked.
Mm.
To be honest.
Extra movement he was doing in the first couple rounds, I was like, oh yeah, Woo finna wear his ass out. Woo finna get up there. He was too much. He's nervous, dog. He jumping like, hey, Woo touching him. That shit is, he's feeling that shit. He's moving different. Like, hey, man. Now,
He got outworked last night, man.
Yo, if that shit was 12 rounds, it could have got nasty too.
12 rounds, he's out of
It
there.
seemed like Wu
He got
he had the wind in his favor.
he got outworked, man.
He couldn't stop the right hand. I was like, what was killing him with that right? God damn.
Hey, Albright was in him, bro.
It was over. I thought Wu won when he stopped throwing that jab. When Frank stopped throwing that jab, I was like, yeah, Wu started to get on. Yeah, facts.
Then he went R&B on them after.
He got a gift yesterday.
Frank Martin got a gift yesterday, Corey Spinks says.
And I had my money on Wu. You got, I seen. I was just like, hey, but that's the thing about boxing. That little shit make people judge. Like you dropping your mouth.
Man, oh y'all, hold up. It's people in the comments like they act like Frank Martin like did this thing, bro. What did
Mm.
he do to Albright?
Mm.
What is they looking at, bro? What fight was they looking at, bro?
Greg Hacker says Tank told him about the muscles.
Man, what the fuck did what man please what fight they was looking at with Frank Martin, bro? Man, he wanted Albright to sit back and let him try to pick him apart. Man, Albright pushed the fight.
Damn, imagine
He,
what
man, come on, man. I don't know what these people be looking at, bro.
I was over here thinking he was trying to get a fight with Shakur Stevenson. Imagine he went 12 rounds with Shakur. Shakur would have did some shit.
It wouldn't even went 12.
It would. You think Shakur would have stopped, homie?
Yeah, I want it would have went 12.
Mm.
I can't believe people still on Frank Martin's yacht, bro.
Shout out to Wu, man.
Bro, bro, his stock went down, bro.
It was over.
Frank's stock went down yesterday.
It went down. He's
Mm.
almost the toilet meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He looked like
He ain't look.
the
Listen, he
game.
didn't
It
look
looked like the
sharp to
game.
me. He didn't look sharp to me.
It seemed like he didn't have much of a game plan either. Like towards like,
No.
yeah,
I'm like, these people straight over here talk about like I'm talking gibberish, bro. Like, come on now. Come on now. Y'all gotta give Albright. Y'all gotta give Albright his props, bro.
right. Not
Y'all
for
gotta give
sure.
Albright his props. He brung it, bro. Frank Martin better be blessed that they gave him a goddamn draw, bro.
He got a different type of
Flat
charisma though.
out.
Saying it ain't like the you know what I'm saying? You don't really talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Make your fight like that boy go. You know what I mean? Like the fighting scene. Feel me? Hey, like, hey.
Dave the
You know,
third eye. Thank you for the 10 piece. Thank you for the consistency and great content. Appreciate you, man. In that, well, how's it go, Corey? In that order.
In that order.
boy, show you what he do. Camp, he posting every damn.
Mm.
I'm not gonna shit on Frank though. I think he did show me he can hang. He can hang. I ain't gonna lie, he can hang.
Hey man. Hey, Frank Martin did not look good, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I think he took one little step up. I don't
No
Keep it
bueno.
100, man.
No bueno. Keep it 100, Corey. Keep it 100,
Frank
man.
Martin did not look good, brother. He was discombobulated.
Oh my goodness, Corey.
From
Corey.
Albright output, staring in his face. He didn't have time to set up nothing, man. He
Yeah.
kept working. He was jumping in, leaping in, you know what I'm saying, with
I
shots.
do think he was
That
moving too much.
that offset Frank. Frank thought he was gonna sit back and pick him apart, but that wasn't the case.
Frank, oh
I know
Frank.
Frank wasn't gonna sit back and pick you can't do that with Wu. He can do it. Hell no, he moved way too good with that
So
shit. He finna sit there
you
and
tell me, what do you think what would have happened? Obviously different styles, right? But what do you think if Frank fought Duarte last night?
Mm,
What
mm,
style?
mm.
What that he coming with?
See,
He was
we'll have to
10 rounds
we'll
fight.
have to see.
Right. What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think
What
Frank
were you
getting
saying? What were you saying,
real.
Corey? Hold on.
I say we will have to see because what's the name is gonna pressure him even more. You know what I'm saying? And it, it's getting to a point like, listen, Frank is y'all gotta look at it. Frank is making money, bro. He is making money, bro. And when people start to make money, they don't work as hard as they used to.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him, Corey.
And I could, huh?
I don't think the nigga not working hard.
You don't think Buddy not
No,
putting
no,
you don't think Buddy
no,
McGirt not
no.
putting them
I
through the
know, no, no, no,
fire?
no.
Nigga Wu is
Oh
just
man, then hold up, and then
that's
listen,
it.
bro.
He just fought a better
Look,
fighter.
I'm not saying, but I know Buddy. I know Buddy McGirt.
Okay.
I know the training routine and everything, bro.
Mm. So what you trying to say, Corey?
Look, hey, Mill.
Spit, spit that
I ain't
motherfucker
stepping
out,
out on it. I'm
Corey.
just saying, like,
Mill.
Spit it out, Corey. You know, Buddy, my guy too. So I
Hey,
gotta hear
bro,
it though.
bro. It ain't what people think it is, bro.
Nah.
Nah, man. Hold up, let me hold up.
Corey, what does that mean? That was so vague.
Corey.
Hey, Corey.
That's my guy, but bro,
Corey gonna give it to you nasty.
it ain't what you think.
Shit.
You basically doing it yourself.
Yo, that
Hold
boy,
up,
and
hold up.
yo, but let me tell you something. That Andy Oroka cat, he showed up.
Hey, man.
He showed. Yo,
That,
yo,
hey,
Yeah, he
yo,
did.
Japan showed up last night. We gonna talk about everybody else, but Japan showed up last night. I don't think he won though. Some people are saying that it could have. I think that Russell lost. I don't see. I didn't see that. I didn't see Russell
I think
losing.
Roka gave a
I
weight
just
cut
think it
to
was a closer fight than what the scorecards had it. That's about it.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
You know what I mean? And then the point taken off don't help either.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
shit
that
don't
was
help.
man.
Low blow, though. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Man,
I
listen.
never seen a low blow hit your butt crack. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that shit was
Damn,
crazy.
he went through the legs.
Yo, he went through homie's legs. Imagine you missed my whole balls and hit my butt crack. That's pause.
Oh
That's
man.
pause. That's like
You basically cuffing a nigga trying to lift him up with your forearm.
you trying to lift me. Pause.
Man, that shit
Wow.
crazy,
That's
man.
nasty.
Man, I wish what fucking Winston they wouldn't have got that goddamn food poisoning though, man.
Fucking food poisoning, man. Oh
So
man.
the
Yo,
thing
the
is,
people don't
listen,
believe it, bro. The people are not believing it. They're not
listen.
believing it.
Hold up, look.
You know
Oh.
the only thing about that, Corey,
Somebody was nervous.
and
Hold
the
up.
only thing about that what Oscar said is I never seen a fighter. I'm like, nigga, your fighter just did that with Shakur. What you talking
Look,
about?
hey. Now the
He
crazy
just
thing you've
did
been
that with
eating,
Shakur,
hey,
bro.
hey, hey, the crazy thing you've been eating the same fucking shit all week.
Bro,
Come on now.
Uh
AK.
New caller coming in. What's going on? AK the Apostle. What's going on? Wow. Nah. He missed both the balls. That shit came from like the knee up. That shit was crazy because he's tall. The homie's tall.
That nigga. Japan sick though.
Yo, my boy did code like how Kodo did Zab like that, but
Mm,
under
Yeah.
under that joint. That's
damn,
crazy,
that's
dog.
crazy.
Yeah, at first, in real time, I didn't see the second one at first. I just saw the first one. I was like, man, he did a blow, man. I saw that second one. I said, hey, yeah, take a point. That's crazy.
Hey, these niggas, man, listen, man.
That low blow was disgusting.
Hey, some of these cats ain't just they not ready for that big limelight, man.
Mm.
They just not ready for it. It's it's a
And his
different
first
light.
time.
It's a different light. It's a different light. You people don't know once you become main event, bro. It's so much other shit you gotta do other than just being a regular on the card, bro.
Mm. Yo, Corey, tell these 300 people on the YouTube to smash the like button. Let them
Smash the
know.
like button,
Smash the
guys.
like button before my
Come
boy
on,
hits you
come
with
on,
a
come on.
combination that you won't see.
In that order, come on, y'all gotta smash the like button, y'all. Y'all coming in here getting free game, get free everything, man. Come on now.
Getting the
You
entertainment on a Sunday. You know it's about to snow if you on the East Coast.
in that order. Come on, smash, smash, smash. Keep clicking, keep clicking. Come on.
Yeah, man. Smash that like button like you smash your girlfriend on a Saturday night when the kids have the
Yeah, yeah.
babysitter and you already know.
We
Something
just
like
had a
that.
we just had a great fight card yesterday.
Yo, that background's crazy though.
Yeah, it was.
Who got the music on?
Somebody disrespected.
Yeah, that shit messing up the live stream, doggy. Talk to me, talk to me. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, man. Oh. And we forgot to talk about the girlies tonight.
Yeah, we. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah. So
think
She gonna come and fight Clarissa though.
Franchon,
She
heard her
can punch.
that
what?
I say she can punch.
ankle.
She hurt her
That
knee and
ain't
her
that problem.
ankle.
Who?
Franchon Cruz.
Franchon.
Ah man, come on with all these fucking excuses and shit, bro.
I think that's what they said. Listen, I'm just a messenger, nigga. That's what I'm like.
I don't
Now
want
they
to.
said that the fight is in question.
Damn, not an excuse before the fight even start.
Yeah, yeah.
Not an excuse before the fight even start. How the fuck
Yeah.
she hurt her knee and shit now?
Either that
Franchon
or
Cruz was about to give Papoose the business.
that bullshit was crazy.
Hey, cause I asked, hey, listen, she wasn't trying to really get into that shit. She had big dude holding her back and shit in her little Leo talk.
But he topping her. He topping her.
Wait,
Man,
who?
she did
That's
she
our
but
security
she
guy.
well she was gonna go
That's what
jump in with her
Franchon.
homies.
Yeah.
Mm.
She was going they was defending her.
Yeah, that's
They was
pride.
defending her. They was doing that shit so she wouldn't have to get her hands dirty, so she won't mess up her damn money. She's still over there trying to jump over there. Girl, you better get your ass back. You
Shit,
gotta fight tomorrow.
me and Zab were like, "Yo, is this fight still happening?" Because she went in on Salita,
With wrestling, yeah.
Salita,
Yeah,
the
Salute
promoter.
fast.
After,
See?
ooh,
Well, the fight got to happen, and they got to go out there and give us a show now.
No, they go have to. And she better be up in that motherfucker, get ready to try to win the bitch.
mm.
So, do you think somebody? You think one of them going to sleep tonight? Somebody gonna get stopped?
She probably can get stopped.
But
This a
Abdullah,
listen.
Franchon tough. She a tough chick.
This is not a 4 rounder. You know they fought when they was just turning pro and shit.
They
You
rumbled.
know what I'm
They rumbled
saying?
first time.
This
Well,
this
they
this
did first.
You know,
You know,
Mm.
it was wigs flying off and everything. The first fight.
Ooh,
they headbutting each other in the conference. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But they gotta get busy now.
the
They gotta get
Rumble.
busy now.
Now, does Ryan Garcia get cooked by Shakur Stevenson?
I don't know.
That's
I
the
don't know.
question. Does
Hey,
he
you know
get
what?
cooked or is it a close fight?
No,
Is it
hey,
is it more competitive than the Tiafimo Lopez fight?
Oh, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely,
definitely.
absolutely.
But y'all talking about
hey Mills.
testing earlier.
Hey
Yeah.
Mills. Hey, I gotta get out of here,
You
Mills.
already know, brother.
All right, my dude. I'll check back in with you later. I ain't through with these conversations today.
You already know. Yo, we in it all day today. Pause.
In that order.
That speaks. That
All right,
speaks.
Corey, man.
Yeah.
All right, Corey.
All right,
All
Corey.
right,
We'll
my
see you
guy.
soon, brother. We're
All right.
gonna stay cooking.
In that order.
Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Double tap the screen if you guys are on mobile devices. The one and only former undisputed welterweight champion Corey Spinks is out of the building. Let's get our next guest in. Talk to me, fellas. Talk to me.
So
What we
so
on?
so Ryan team they addressed that body shit yesterday.
I seen that Lupe, right? Lupe
By saying
did.
what? By saying what? By saying what?
But I said he never from body. He was presented. He
Yeah,
said you
but
can't
that the
undergrow
you
from
know what
body.
the question was? So Katie, what is it, KD, Puerto Rican kid? He asked the wrong question. We all know that this was VADA testing. He didn't ask why didn't he enroll the 365 program, the program that they wanted to have extra VADA testing because they believed that he could be possibly flushing it out with water. So it's the 365 VADA program that they got. VADA has a program called 365. And he needed to be enrolled into that, so therefore the Devin Haney rematch with Ryan Garcia could happen. But the way it's looking, the way we see Shakur Stevenson on the broadcast, the way Shakur Stevenson is being hyped up as pound for pound number 3, do we look? Is it going backwards? Fighting Devin Haney? or should I go forward and fight Shakur Stevenson? Y'all tell me.
I think the Devin fight should come first.
Yeah.
'Cause-
I think
but he said, you know what he said, Apostle? He said that that fight's always gonna be there. That's what he said.
Nah, nah, nah. That Devin fight right now. Getting in a fight with Devin before Ryan. Exactly. The Devin fight with Ryan makes most sense. Unification. They got bad blood.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, it's history. That one makes way more sense right now.
was it real or the Ostarine? Was it real or was it the Ostarine?
Was it real?
Boys got history.
Feel like woo.
That's what we want to know. Was it real or was it the Ostarine, man?
The Australian man?
We need to know. We need to know.
I mean, what's your thoughts?
Do I think it was? I don't know.
He looked clean to me.
I don't know. He looked like he had a special bottle last night. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Damn.
Nah, that first time I said, I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling you, I'd be lying if I say I didn't say that first time I said, yeah, he on the shit.
He got that bottle.
He looked.
Give me the one I
good. I'm
mixed.
like,
Hey, not the one I mixed.
realize Mario Barrios is a motherfucker. I was like,
Still, bro.
never been nothing special.
Still, bro. You
Packed up about 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao. That's what
Man,
I'm saying, bro. And you gotta think he damn near blind in that left eye.
bro, when the last time you
hit with
see
that right
Ryan?
hand all the time.
When the last time you see Ryan hitting people with perfect right hands around the guard?
Devin Haney. Devin Haney.
He worked on it all. What you mean?
That was he did. He had Danny with he hit Devin with lefts.
He hit him with that shit too. He hit him with the right too. He hit him with one time. He hit him with the right, and his stomach touched the ground.
Javi Doc had a parlay that night too.
You know what I'm saying?
But we gonna see though. Testing come out next week.
You know what I'm saying? What happens if that comes in positive?
Damn.
You know what I mean? Who got the golden chair right now? Let's be real. We gotta call it how it is.
Oh, so you want him and Shakur?
I definitely want to see the rematch because it's highly anticipated, right? But if Devin is not going to give him that right away due to the testing 365, if he doesn't want to, then you know what? Yeah, I need that Shakur fight. I do.
Okay.
I need it.
Shakur Ryan. Then if Shakur Ryan happened, then Keyshawn and Devin got to happen.
I mean, it makes sense for it to happen, because it don't look like Eddie Hearn trying to do business with, Haney, because he got a couple guys, so, he ain't throwing them his way, you know. Shit. If now that we see Connor Ben going to Zuffa, they were talking about Josh Kelly and him fighting. So that might be a title fight that happens on Zuffa. I was listening to an interview with Conor McGregor talk about, I always felt like Eddie Hearn was on Shakur's side when it came down to if he had to fight Shakur. So does Shakur go to Zuffa to make that fight happen? I mean, shit, this is gonna get real interesting.
Well,
Real
I
interesting.
really, I mean, if I'm Shakur, I'm thinking about that because I'm looking at Conor Ben. This fool just got one fight, $15 million deal. It's very interesting to me. His daddy name. Yeah, that's a one-off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going 15. If I'm Shakur, I'm looking at that.
I'm gonna I'm gonna get a new caller coming in, man. Appreciate you, Bobby, Bobby. Appreciate you.
I mean, Conor Ben got a following. You know what I'm saying? He knows it. So he gonna try to roll the dice to, maximize his situation right now. That following he got is real. You know what I mean?
But how real is it? Because we can't expect that he's gonna do the same numbers that he did with Chris Eubank. We can't expect that, right?
No.
But we can expect something good, though.
Expect it, Emil,
I
but
do believe he's a British superstar. I'm not gonna lie. He's
okay,
definitely
all
a
right.
British
As long
superstar.
as you're aware
But
of that,
yo, was that like 60 or 80 in that stadium? Let's be real.
60
Now
plus, 60
that's a
plus.
lot of people, bro.
That's a lot of motherfucking people.
I don't think you could just do that with like a Lewis Crocker or Maybe you could do it with a Josh Kelly. I guess that's more of a higher profile fight over there than over here. So yeah, man, this is gonna be interesting. That signing and then heavyweight former champion Ruiz, Andy Ruiz, he's over there. You know, and
not playing, man.
now that now does Richardson, was he really
He looked
sick?
bad, man.
Was he really
Bad.
was he really sick? Or were you like did you were you dehydrated? And if you were, you probably should have said that. But then if I said that, I look like a weight bully. Or
No, you
maybe
said something. You said something real important earlier, bro. You said this fool missed 2 big cards. One in your city.
the
In
biggest.
MSG.
The
The
biggest.
biggest place.
The biggest.
Which one? Which one was that? What one was that though?
The Shakur.
He's supposed to be on that card too?
Yes.
He was supposed to fight Keyshawn or Jermaine Ortiz. He had two options.
Facts. He was the first one Jermaine Ortiz.
He had two options on that card.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Shout out to my man Kevin Walsh. Kevin, I seen you in the commercial breaks. I was looking at all the fights that are gonna be happening on the zone. So it was cool to see you and Connolly gonna be headlining in Ireland.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Congratulations on that.
Are you on that Dublin car St. Patrick's Day?
Nah, Belfast. Belfast. The week after that. Yeah.
Oh, the week. Okay.
March 20th.
Nice.
My man Kevin Walsh is ranked in that top 24, 25 in the WBC. And this is going to be a big one for him. He has his eyes set on Shushu. What you guys think? He also holds the WBC. Is that the international or the silver title?
Well, me, yeah, I got two. Yeah, I got the WBC silvers right now, 126 and 130. But I campaign at 126. Yeah.
Nasty work. He said two weight divisions. Talk to me nice.
Yeah.
Two divisions.
Yeah, it's not even just Shushu. It's all the champions, bro. You know the deal, dog.
Okay.
I like
I'm just repeating what you told me. You know what I mean? I'm just repeating what you told me.
Yeah, it's all the champions, man, in my weight division. I'm coming for them all.
Word. What you think about the fights last night?
March 20th in Belfast, Ireland. Okay.
And that will be broadcasted on the zone.
Michael Coleman. Yeah. It's gonna be a good one.
Okay, that's a good one there. Yeah. That's a good one.
That's fly. That's fly, right? Headlining on the zone.
Yeah, you take care of business. That should move you up pretty nice.
For sure. I just gotta stay humble, man. Keep my head down and go do what I do. I'm saying that's it.
Work hard, man.
Where
Work
you
hard.
boxing out of?
I boxed out of Boston. Boston and Brockton. Yeah, Brockton. Capiella Boston Gym. Everybody fights. Yeah.
Oh, really? I'm gonna check you out on March 20th for sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I believe what he's 19-0. How many knockouts, Kevo?
10 knockouts. 10 knockouts.
There you go. There you go.
Like, yeah, I'm definitely under the radar right now, which I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Yeah, I like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I just gotta stay humble and just do what I do, man. Take care of business on March 20th. And then after hopefully, after I knock Colin out, it'll really put me on the map. And it'll give me some big opportunities out there for sure. Nobody really, all them big names, man, they don't really know about me right now, which is good, man. I like that. Okay.
Tell me, how does it feel for the opportunity? Because right, Conlon got a lot of experience, but he also got 3 L's, and then you're going to Belfast, his hometown, right?
Yeah.
How's that? No, it just seems like it's. Do you go in there thinking that you are the A side, or do you go in there thinking you the B side, knowing that you're 19-0? But then again, you in Ireland.
I go in there, knowing that I am pretty much the B side, even though I'm the undefeated guy. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to use me as a stepping stone, which they've been trying to do that in my past 4 fights. So I'm just what I do, man. It feels great though. I feel like I belong here. I've been working my ass off, for over 10 years now. So I feel like I belong here, man. And I'm gonna just do what I do, go out there and
use my hands, man, and fuck this man up.
Mm,
Yeah, that's it.
I like that. That
Always been
energy.
a fan. I always been a fan of Conlon, though. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a big fan of Conlon. So it's kind of like what they see in the movies. You know what I'm saying? You go in there and you get to finally fight one of your idols. You know what I'm saying? So now I get to go and make my dreams come true. My dreams ain't gonna become true until I go knock his ass out. So I'm gonna stay humble. I'm saying for sure. Look, let me ask you this, Mike. So you say you want all the champions, and you going to Belfast to you on that path. But if you could put a timeline on when actually targeted a title fight, when would that be? Right after this fight. I'm about to say. I'm about to say that sound about it. Yeah, right after about it. Fight. I'm in my prime right now. I'm in my prime, so whatever big opportunities come, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready for sure. Which section of the body got you hired right? UPC. Okay, that's one true shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Damn right. Coming out of Brockton, Massachusetts. You know Brockton, right? You know what I mean? You know Marvin Hagler. Just to name, just to name one. But
Okay.
we got the statue over there too. So, do you with this main event streamed on the zone? Do you feel like they gonna broadcast who you are as a person?
Yeah. I think they will. I hope they will, but it doesn't matter, man. I feel like I'm a big underdog in this fight. So they're gonna hype Colin up, and they probably gonna.
Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We got the one and
That's
only
right.
Bernie the Boxer in the building, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
right. Yes, sir. What's
Tell,
goody?
tell him,
Happy
tell him.
Sunday.
Did you miss me? Tell him.
Did you miss me? You know what it is. It's yours truly. It's Marita Bacha. Let's turn up one time for the one time early morning Sunday boxing talk with Mill City and yours truly, baby.
We
Let's
going
go.
up. We going up on this one. Let's go, man. Listen, we had a card, Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. Your boy Crawford was sitting ringside. Turkey Al Sheik
Definitely,
was there. It was
definitely,
packed. Your boy Shakur
definitely.
Stevenson was on the broadcast. I mean,
Yes, sir.
this
As
was
they
a
should be.
movie. This was a
As they
movie.
should be.
But we gotta start from the top. And from the top, a few hours before the fight starts, Richardson Hitchens pulls out of the Oscar Duarte fight, and it was due to food poisoning. Oscar De La Hoya feels like this is weird energy. Who pulls out of a fight and only few hours away? He feels like this is weird. What's your reaction to Richardson Hitchens pulling out of that fight due to food poisoning?
No, I got the same hat. You know, I can't go nowhere. It's trademark. Everything with me with trademark. You hear me? Oh no. Man, shout out to Richard Hickson, man. I told you Mill City yesterday when I was talking to you, I thought he looked a little drawn. I told you that. You said he looked fine. I thought he looked a little drawn. I watched Anthony Peterson's story. He thought he looked drawn watching. And like I'm saying, health is wealth. Shit happens, I would have figured he'd have been in better uh, you know, had it been better with his weight because he had a little time to get ready. A couple more weeks. Was that what they fought? Keyshawn and fought the 31st.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
It's about 3 weeks ago.
Three
Three
weeks.
weeks ago. And if he was gonna be fighting on that card, if he was even looking to fight on that card, it was gonna be a title defense at 140. So I seen him in the gym. He said everything was fine, but everybody gonna tell you they gonna put on a brave front. You know what I'm saying? He put on a brave front, and at the end of the day, at the final hour, he decided. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in his best interest, and save the title. Um, the money gonna come. If you're not ready to get in there, like I said, save the title. So he did that.
Do you need to
It
see
was
that
sad.
fight next?
I would love to see the fight. I would love to see the fight. I would love to see that fight. I think Duarte earned it. You know what I'm saying? Beating Kenny Sims. I think he definitely earned a shot at the title. And I think Richard should do it. If he can make the weight good and stuff like that. But
I was just sad about Rich. I was really excited about seeing Richard Hitchens on that card.
So was I. So was I. Getting into the card though, what you thought about Albright and Frank Martin's draw?
Didn't necessarily get to see the fight because of we was having our own fights. My boy Carlito Garribo made a pro debut. Allen went up to 5-0, and so yeah, so we was out in Lincoln with the pros from the gym, and but we didn't get to watch.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We was watching the fights on the way out, on the way home, so I got a chance to watch Gary. And but Albright is tough. He's underrated. I think they need to give Albright a shot at the title. I
Mm.
think Albright deserves a shot at the title. Yeah, he's one of them guys. I think he deserves a shot at the title. He didn't been kicked around, kicked down. I think Albright deserves a shot at the title. Him, Frank Martin again. I think he's a good fighter. And Frank Martin's a good fighter. I can't say, but with all the hype surrounding him and everything like that, they putting him on his pedestal, was putting him in these different places, and Albright, overcame all that. So I'm giving Albright all the credit. And he ain't no joke. And I don't know if a lot of people thought he won from what I heard a little bit. A lot of people thought he won. But again, he's the underdog, turned to wonder dog. So, shout out to him. Shout out to him. I thought Frank, I knew it was a risky fight. And it was a good fight. If Frank could have got that fight, to put us further cementing him as a shot, maybe a title shot at Richard Hitchison or somebody like that. But I don't know what that does for Frank right now. I don't know if it puts him down or does it or is it just put Albright up. But man, good stuff last night. Boxing. You can never predict what's gonna happen. You just never know with boxing.
It seems like Albright, he's kind of showing like a mean streak. Like he beat Calvin Davis. Did he stop Calvin? Matter of
No,
fact,
he didn't stop Kelvin. No, no.
no, he dropped Calvin.
I don't know if he dropped him neither.
Or maybe he just hurt him. I
Yeah,
know something
yeah,
something happened in that
yeah.
fight.
He won the fight convincingly. Yeah, he won the fight. He won the fight for sure.
Yeah, and in this fight, obviously showing that he has power too, almost gets Frank Martin out of there. I mean, his mouthpiece goes out 2 times. I feel like he's gonna regret that moment. But yeah, what's your thoughts? Did you feel like Frank Martin was gonna go out?
I didn't get to see the fight.
Oh,
So
I
I
forgot.
don't only just reacting to the news. I didn't get to see the fight, so I'm not gonna give no replay on the fight. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get to watch the fight, HLD. I didn't get to watch the fight.
Now you gotta
HLD
watch
be
it.
talking a lot of shit to me too, I think, but it's all good. I ain't here for no trouble. I didn't get to watch the fight. I'm gonna rewatch the fight. I'm fine, watch the highlights or something on YouTube today or something like that. I'm gonna rewatch the fights. Rewatch, yeah, rewatch that fight.
Now, did you watch Antoine Russell beat Andy Roca?
I watched some of the fight because the stream was fucking up, but it looked like a boring ass fight. Actually, true story. No, no, no. I watched the highlights. I was trying to watch the highlight, but the shit was so slow. Excuse my language. I cut it off. I didn't even watch the highlights. I waited for the boxing news to see what happened, and I seen them getting the interview, and they said he won. Now the fight was slow. The fight was slow, and when I said I seen Timothy Bradley going in on him, and I was thinking,
I seen that. Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing just from
really.
watching the highlights. I was thinking the same thing. And like I told you, Neil, I didn't think he was in that great of shape. He didn't look like he was ripped enough for me. He didn't look like he was in that great of shape. But far as he just the performance from what I was seeing and from what I heard, no. What I'm saying? He's still a good fighter, but whoa, we got to pump the brakes on the boogeyman and things like that. But Hikora is a good fighter too, though. Hikora is a good fighter. I watched him; he's decent. Hikora is a good fighter too. I want to really sit down and watch it, but it was so slow. They said he was hurting him to the body, but it was so slow. It was so slow, bro. I swear I tried to watch the high, and usually the highlights be the best shit. I was
Mm.
watching this. I turned that shit off. I swear that I'll turn the shit off. I couldn't even watch the highlight. Shit was so slow.
You
The
got to
shit,
get in the zone. You got to get in the zone. You was moving. You was moving.
the
You got
shit
to
was
get in the
so.
zone.
No, listen. I was coming home on the van from the fight, so we already got nothing to do but waste time. I'm trying to watch the fight. The shit
Oh.
was so slow.
Mm.
The shit was so slow. Now the shit was slow, man. So but he did get the win. Controversial win. Let's see where he go. He's still a world champion, so you got to put him there with the dog. So, maybe he looked at like more a little vulnerable than he had been against Rayo. Uh, so like I say, in Rayo, he looked like everything. In the other fights, not so much. And I said this before, not so much. But maybe I'm thinking he coming into his own. But then maybe I'm giving Rayo's a good fighter, but we all know where Rayo is at. He's not the top of the top type fighter. And Gary Russell is perceived to be in that class. So I think he was levels above Ryo, but I don't know about these new. I don't know about the other guys. I don't know. I don't know. Like I say, the fight was slow. I didn't get to watch it. I didn't watch the whole fight, so I can't just go with everything. I'm going off what I was told and what I saw, and the fight was slow, and it didn't look like a good performance from Russell.
Yeah, they talked about him and Shakur, and he said that that would be a fight that he would want last. He feels like there's some fights that he was very honest about his post press conference interview, and
Yeah,
kind of discussing the fact that he wants Dalton Smith first and work up to a Shakur Stevenson fight.
nothing wrong with that. So like I say, good assessment. Good assessment on him. I think Dalton Smith will be there to fight with him a little bit, and so that probably be a better fight for him. Shakur is a ghost. You know what I'm saying? he ain't gonna be there for you. So but shout out to Gary Russell. He did win. He got his hand raised. Okura didn't disappoint himself. So maybe we see a rematch.
There you go.
Maybe see a rematch.
So, getting into the main event, Ryan Garcia sweeps him, not all 12 rounds. What's your reaction? And also drops Mario Barrios in the first round with the right hook.
Okay. Okay. He hit him with the body shot, right? Hit him with dropped him to the body. So
No,
we
he
were
hit, he hit him. He hit him right here. Equilibrium.
that's how he knocked him down the first round.
Yep.
Okay. Well, so we was watching that fight, and Garcia was Garcia. We could see he was winning the fight. What does the implications mean that he won the fight? Now, first I see somebody else saying that. Was he VADA tested through the whole time?
Mm.
Was he
So
VADA tested?
listening to Lupe, uh, Ryan Garcia's manager, he
Yeah.
said that he was VADA tested the whole time. Now, people are kind of misconstruing the VADA testing and the 365 program that is additional testing that the Haney's wanted. You know what I mean? Because people they don't know if people are water loading and kind of like getting the shit out of their system type of deal. So they want additional testing. But he was VADA tested the whole fight.
Oh, okay, well, Vada is the best, man. Like I say, them people come out of nowhere on you. You know what I'm saying? I've been with them. They come out of nowhere. You don't know when they're gonna show up. They just show up. So if it's Vada tested, then he was solid. And I was looking at a lot of people's predictions, and probably from the last experience with Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Um, we was thinking that Ryan. You know, it was a 50-50 fight. Barrios is a I think he solidified himself as I ain't gonna say solidified because he had two draws after he won the title, but he was a solid fighter, and Ryan Garcia is a solid fighter. Not a great fighter, but a solid fighter with a lot of attributes, power, speed, youth. And so it was a 50-50 fight. It was tailor-made for Ryan Garcia, and he pulled through. So shout out to Ryan Garcia. If he was VADA tested and he was clean, can't take nothing away from him. He won. He's a world champion now. He's lived up to his potential somewhat. He can be a champion forever. There's no taking it back now. He's at least achieved the world championship. And so shout out to him. Shout out to him to come back because even at the same time, he did the cheating or whatever, the Osterang, faced all the backlash, faced the scrutiny from everywhere. And everything that goes along with that, coming back, losing the fight to Rolly, who's perceived as, not that worthy, but a good fighter too. Shout out to Rolly, you know what I'm saying? Getting better and doing the things that he's done. So to come back from all that, and they put him in great position. So whoever pushed was that Oscar De La Hoya put him in great position. So you can't take these guys out of position. I want to not go too far off the subject, but I'm seeing Ben switching up on Hearn. You know, these guys putting you in great position, man. You never bite the hand that feeds you. But so yeah, so at the end of the day, from all the hoopla and all the arguments and the disagreements, he finessed that man to the world championship. So you got to give Oscar De La Hoya a lot of credit on that. You got to give Ryan Garcia for coming through because Barrios, was ready and trained to fight and was a world champion and had been battle tested. And Ryan Garcia prevailed. So shout out to Ryan Garcia. He does have a world champion now. Man,
100%. Yeah. Now you got, Oscar De La Hoya really happy about the situation.
yeah. Because now you
Calls
can
out.
marketing for real. Now you can marketing. Now you can marketing all his fans, his rabbit fans. You can marketing now. He's achieved a world championship, and it's not might not be multiple now, but he's the world champion, no less than all the rest of them that he's in the class with.
Yep, yep. Um, Post press conference, people are obviously talking about the Haney rematch. He's saying that, they're not there doesn't seem like they want that fight. It seems like they're still going through that trauma. But says, listen, I'll fight Shakur Stevenson then. Shakur obviously agrees as well, wants that fight. I mean, what you think about the call out? What do you think about the fight?
Let me get started on. First of all, let me get to a couple of let me get to a couple of comments. Says Bernie's a straight up here to get where did I give a backhand compliment at? Call in. What kind of what did I give a backhand compliment at? Then this fella, Dave Third Eye, says he's been marketable. We know that, dummy. I'm saying, but now you can market him as a world champion, dummy. He's a world champion now. So now he has a more leg to stand on, dummy. Not just potential, not just fucking Instagram followers, not just fucking social media, motherfucker. He's as a world champion now. So now he's going around as a world fucking champion, you fucking dummy. Any rate, now about Haney going on, it has to happen. I want to wait on my show. I got to do a show. It has to happen. It has to happen. That's the only thing I said this too. The fight has to happen. I'm good, Stephen. The fight has to happen. Shut the fuck up, Dave Third Eye. No, I'm not emotional, but you silly motherfuckers get on my nerves, bro. And then we just can't keep it cool and ramp up to the shit. Y'all gotta start off with the shit. Hey, listen to this. The fight has to happen. There's no way. When I heard that Devin Haney, now listen, relax now, Mill. Do not put my title as nothing crazy. Do not put my title as nothing crazy,
He
Mill.
says,
Do
Mills,
not put my
please.
title as nothing crazy, Mill. Do not put my title as nothing crazy. Now listen, when I heard that Devin Haney said, which I don't know, I didn't hear him say this because I don't really be watching every little thing and I'm not on Twitter. But if they said he said the ship has sailed, they wrong as hell. And if I'm Devin Haney, if I'm Devin Haney from so many different standpoints, I'm hoping that I'm hoping that this guy wins because Barrios winning really wasn't no storyline. Ryan Garcia winning is the storyline. You feel me? That's the storyline. Ryan Garcia is the younger. I seen Abdullah Mason, which had a great assessment. He was young, he was fresh, what I'm saying, different things like that, which makes it great. Okay, right. That is the biggest fight in boxing outside of, Shakur and Haney, Shakur and Tank, Shakur with everybody. That's the biggest fight in boxing for real. Keyshawn and Haney. But this fight gotta happen.
Is it bigger than Shakur and Ryan?
Fuck yeah. You know why? Come on, make Mill. All right, you trying to bait me into that. You know why? And I'm saying it like this because on the level of it's this shit elementary right now. This shit elementary right now. First of all, we got a unification. First, we got revenge on the line, and it's big money on the line. We got to settle this shit. And if Devin Haney, now listen, they said that they want to be great, right? I'm taking their words because this is what they said. Devin Haney want to be great. Okay, so if Devin Haney want to be great, first of all, you got to walk in the footsteps of greatness. Okay, greatness ain't just about winning. It's not just all about winning. Again, like I gave you examples of guys getting their get back. Joe Louis fighting Max Schmeling, not considering himself the world champion. Um, uh, who else did I say? Floyd Patterson getting knocked out to become the first man to win the heavyweight title twice by injuring Mario Hansen. Okay, So these are just two small things that I want to mention. So again, modern Kodo getting with Margarito. Listen, so to follow in great footsteps, you have, and there we go. That foundation was laid for you to get your get back. The man cheated you. He owes you something. You have to get that get back. Not no less than a get back. I wouldn't give a damn. Sometimes it was Bernard Hopkins didn't give a damn. Roy Jones had lost a couple times. He still wanted his rematch. He still wanted his rematch. Come on now. So listen. It don't matter. It don't matter what else. You got to get your get back, man. It's a huge fight. I think that fight did well still, even though Roy Jones had lost a couple times. Bernard Hopkins at the top of his game. And the fight still sold. This fight going to sell. Devin Haney at an all-time high. Ryan Garcia is at an all-time high right now. This fight got to happen, man. This fight
Now it's the
has to happen.
unification.
Exactly like I said. And if you want, then he said again, they want to be great, right? They talking about undisputed. Now here we go. Now you can actually win the titles one by one. So now you're doing something different in your career as opposed to the first time, which is no slouch. You know what I'm saying? You won all the titles outright. Can't complain about that. Shout out to him. But now he has a chance to piece the titles together and stack his resume. So starting with Ryan Garcia, straight up, no cap, straight starting with Ryan Garcia. If I'm Devin Haney, I want Ryan Garcia next. We ain't got to be playing around and no bullshit no more. I want him next. And Ryan been talking shit too. Let's go. Let's
But
go.
Haney responds on Twitter saying Ryan's still juicing.
Ah, okay. Well, listen. Okay, well, listen. It's like this. It's like this. You guys got to call the man bluff. Everything is in the public eye. Everything is in the media. Let's shame this man into testing. I want to fight this man, but I gotta know he's straight clean. I gotta know he's straight clean. I'm not gonna accuse him of nothing because he ain't been caught. Now we still gotta wait on the test results from the fight from last night. He had to go get his blood drawn or whatever, use the bathroom, whatever. So we gotta still wait on that. Not the shit come out now. If he was dirty, he threw. Or if he come out dirty right now, he threw. Oh, Ryan, he done. Oh, he threw. You might as well just hang it up. You might as well go get a job. If Ryan Garcia tests positive for any banned substance after this fight, oh, he might as well go get a job. He threw. True story. Now, we can't go on that. It's proven, it's innocent till proven guilty. So he didn't pay this debt for that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't overcame that. It's redemption. Everybody got to be redeemed at some point. He paid his penalty. Now he's on top. What you gonna do, Devin? Swear you got to do it. Listen, he got to do it. It's I don't know how he sleep at night not wanting that. And then again, the unification. I mean, the fight is gonna be huge. It's the biggest. What's one of the biggest fights in boxing right now. So I would love to see Devin Haney get his get back. I would love to see how that happens, man. I'm super excited for that. And Ryan, like I say, he won that one. That just made it even better because Barrios again that's not a big storyline, but Ryan winning, man, Ryan winning, and that's okay. It could even be for Ryan and Rolly because Rolly got the WBA title, right? So shit, okay, I lost that. I got dropped. I can't now. Let's unify. So Ryan doing good right now. He do even him and Rolly gonna sell. Ryan gonna sell, but him and Devin gonna be huge. You know, so it's either way. It's either way. It's Ryan can go and get his get back and try to further submit his legacy with unifying titles. You know what I mean? Now he might got a taste of the title. Now he just can't, want to have more titles. So we can look at it like that. Feel me? Or Devin, you know what I'm saying? He feel like he got Devin's number and he can go in there and get that. And that's a bigger fight and a big, so we good. Ryan Garcia said pretty tonight. Boy, show all the mountains fell on him last time even though he got the big money, but now the money just raking in. Now he just probably like Scrooge McDuck, just waiting. He about to be just throwing money, just counting, swimming in the money right now. Shout out to him.
Ryan says, if Devin's going through this PTSD, I think am I saying that shit right?
PTSD. Devin ain't going through
PTS.
no PTSD, man. He's a champ. He's a warrior, man. Ain't no PTSD, man.
Ryan's just talking.
He who said that? He shouldn't even say no
Ryan.
stupid shit like that. Oh, Ryan said that. That's why I beat his ass. That's why I beat his ass. That's why he need to beat his ass. You talking? I'm gonna beat your ass. You cheap? I'm gonna beat your ass. If I'm Devin Haney, like we ready to beat your. As long as you test and clean, beat his ass. That's it. Beat his ass. Just straight show him off. Just beat him up. Just beat him up.
Now, what do you think about the call out with Shakur Stevenson now
Well, Shakur
Ryan
Stevenson hot
Garcia?
too. You got to understand what Shakur Stevenson hot. Shakur Stevenson is, you know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is hot. So uh why not? Shakur was teetering on going to fight Ben at 47. He was teetering on fighting on Devin at 47. So Ryan Garcia is the world champion. Why not? That's you at the top now. Calling everybody. I mean, calling out the what's the fella's name? Crocker. That ain't gonna do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna do nothing for you. Shakur gonna get a better ring than that. Devin gonna get a better ring than that. You know what I'm saying? So, what we gonna do though? Is Shakur gonna have a rematch clause on him? I mean, have the hydration clause on Ryan? You understand? Is he gonna do that? Is he gonna, if they gonna
I
fight
think they're agreed to 144.
144? Okay, so well, if listen, Ryan did come up from a smaller weight. If he agreed to 144, then it's all set. Then let's go. Let's see it. It's gonna be a big fight. It's gonna be a big fight. Anything them guys is involved in, it's a big fight. Now the style matchup, I don't know how that style matchup gonna go, but it's gonna be a big fight. So let's go. Did Shakur be a 5-weight world champion? Did
5, yeah.
Shakur be a 5-weight world champion? Oh my, oh my,
Hmm.
oh my. So, and I don't want to see this shit next year. Let's go. What's this? This just now February. Shit, boy, we better be looking at the spring. We looking at the fall. You know what I'm saying? August or something. Man, August, summer fight. Let's go.
Tell me, do you feel like it could be more competitive than the Teofimo Lopez fight that just happened with Shakur?
I don't know, Ryan. You see how I think they basing off his how he was on Javante swinging. You know what I'm saying? But Shakur is just he gonna man. Shakur gonna be he know how to just get out of dodge. Tank was just trying to kind of stay there, trying to move his head, trying to find a shot. Shakur gonna make sure Shakur is not a counter puncher in that way. Shakur is gonna be moving, 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 and get out the way first to he's gonna move all the way completely out the way while Ryan's punching. I'm believing. So he's not
Because he
gonna
has a lot of thump on the
he's
punch.
not going to be ducking and dodging and like Ryan is swinging and swinging and swinging. He's going to be just completely out the way, and then he's going to look for the counter punch. So, uh, Shakur over everybody.
Mm.
Shakur over everybody. Shakur, they done sparred before too. Shakur got a line on him, and
He
Shakur over
fought in the
everybody.
amateurs.
Shakur over everybody.
Mm. Big fight. Big
Big fight.
fight.
And then, like I said, Ryan called him. So now he's calling him up, like I say, 5-weight world champion. The WBO seem to be in good standing. He won't lose his WBO title, his Ring Magazine title. He can do. So the sky's the limit for these guys if we can get them to mix it up.
Hmm. Hmm. I like it. I like it a lot. What's your thoughts on Connor Ben going now signed to Zuffa?
Man. Now, the thing about Zuffa, right, is like I said, what another belt gonna do? The thing about Zuffa is that you only gotta select it. Now they're growing. So, but everybody's not involved. And boxing is if the organization bodies, they might not be necessarily, they're not the corrupt, they're not the most honorable thing, but they are all inclusive. You can't be the world champion or be without all inclusive. Everybody has to be included. You can't be if it's only 20 fighters in each division and they're wide variety, they're a variety from top-notch fighters to mid-grade fighters to whatever in between that. I mean, what does the Zuffa Championship do for you and your legacy for real? I don't understand what a Zuffa Championship does for your legacy. I don't understand that. I don't know how that would play into how that would play. Now, if you're taking all the Ring Magazine fighters top 10. And speaking of Ring Magazine, hold on. They said, but it was wrong. You heard Michael Buffer talking about they called Ryan Barrios the Ring Magazine champion.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God! I almost lost it, man. I almost lost it. Then they said it was gonna be for the Ring Magazine title. The fuck was on his cards? Michael Buffer getting old. What the fuck was on his cards, bro? I swear, if that was the Ring Magazine title was gonna be on the line, I was gonna lose. I lost every credibility for Ring Magazine after that. When he said that, I swear, but the commentators did a great job of bringing that up, and it was like, nah, that's not true. That's not the Ring Magazine not gonna be on the line. So I was like, man, there's no way the Ring Magazine could be on the line, and Devin Haney not involved in that. There's no way the Ring Magazine could be on the line and Barrios, coming off. No, the Ring Magazine, hell no. If it's going to save any type of integrity, no. So that didn't happen. So yeah, I don't know. Now the kid going and fight, they said upwards of $15 million for one fight though. For one fight, Mill, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I must live on Mars or something. I must be on another fucking planet because if Connor Ben is popular enough to get $15 million, I mean, now I know England, they support their champions, but as a global market, man, get the fuck. If that, what Connor Ben don't do nothing to me that's that cold like that. I don't give a fuck if he color his hair. I don't give a fuck if he in shape. That motherfucker, excuse me, he don't do nothing for me, man. I don't know. I mean, he got the dad who was a killer. But I mean, if you ride them coattails, $15 million to fight in Zuffa, and who we gonna fight for $15 million? They ain't caring about making no money. Cause who we gonna fight for $15 million and at what weight?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. But what does it do for Zoo for boxing? I mean, if you think about it, right? He's a uh, he's a superstar. Conor Ben, and where he's from. I think he's from what? He's
England,
British. He's British.
yeah,
So you know,
superstar.
now you're looking at Zuffa taking a British superstar, right?
Mhm.
And there's no competition. Unlike us in America, everybody's competing with each other. You get one star, now you got a lot of eyes off of one fighter.
Yeah, must be business. Like I said, I don't. I mean, who we gonna fight? If I'm Ben, I'm with it because that's 15 million. But who
Mhm.
we gonna fight? And it's only one fight. So, but this is what I'm trying to say. I still don't think. I think Zuffa is a good situation because they're trying to keep the fighters active. One, they're trying to have competitive fights. Two, and they're getting them paid. So that's the where they're winning at that. But trying to legitimize them over. I mean, I just don't see the Zuffa championship. Like, I'm going to be the Zuffa champion. I mean, like I'm saying, we got fighters in the Zuffa thing, and like I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get too much on the like. I don't know. It's just boxing. I don't know. When they was talking about the Ring Magazine, I'll forget about all belts after that. If that was the Ring Magazine title, forget the belt. Let's just see the matchups. Let's just see the matchups and let the people garner who the champion is. Like back way back. Let the people choose who the champion, and then you be the champion of the people because you know like I'm saying, the champion of the people. The people gonna choose. They're gonna know. The fight's gonna tell. The results gonna show, and then we'll go from there. But as far as having a championship belt around your waist, I don't know so much right now with all these different things. But the $15 million, that's big money, man. That's big money, and I don't know who would he fight in a Zuffa fight. Would it be for the Zuffa title? Who would it? Who would it be? And like I'm saying, kind of being what makes him a superstar. That's what makes him a superstar.
I think it's more off his pops, really. He's living off of the pops and some of the some of those knockouts he's gotten. You know,
When
they
the last time you knocked somebody out?
shit been a little bit too, man, for real. Well, I mean,
And he been
Eubank,
caught doping,
Eubank,
so he's a
Eubank,
cheater.
Eubank.
He's
He
a
stopped Eubank.
no, he didn't. He won a decision. This last fight was a decision.
It was a
He
decision.
almost stopped him.
Oh, he dropped him. That's what it
He
was.
dropped
Late.
him.
He dropped
He
him late.
dropped him. He dropped him. And Eubank was drained.
Yes.
So that's been out there like that, you know. That's been out there. And he been doping. And he was using dope. I, and he was using dope. So how good are you if you gotta use dope? You know, what makes you a superstar? I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe he might end up being a me. I would have been going for the other kid, whatever, the Crocker, to be the world titles like Barrios just did, like Ryan Garcia just did, to legitimize himself. At least he's a world champion, you know. That's what I'd be looking forward to. I think he needs more legitimacy. I think his popularity is there. We already see that. But I would like to see, you know, I would, if I'm looking at him, I'm looking for to be more legitimacy. You know, that's what I would be looking for, legitimacy. So I don't know, but shout out to everybody that's doing that. If they got 15 million, the guys, $15 million to pay this guy. I don't think he's worth $15 million for real. I don't think his talent is $15 million worth. But we understand talent ain't it no more. It's about how popular you are. And he talk a lot of stuff. He dyed his hair blonde, and you know, yeah, he got a famous dad.
You know, he's ranked number one in the WBC. Possibly, maybe see Ryan Garcia fight on Zuffa against Conor Ben.
Man, De La Hoya ain't letting them do that.
I hear you on that, but they these guys sit next to each other like if it's nothing. I don't know what to believe, man.
Yeah, but listen, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna put nothing in your pot. I don't understand because it always had to be. Everybody can't have all the fighters. You know, you got to work with different promoters,
De
and
La
you
Hoya
know,
gonna get his cut no matter what from
no
Ryan.
matter what. So listen, like I'm saying, okay, so he know one WBC. Kind of being is huge. Go over to England and fight for the WBC.
Mm.
If I'm Ryan Garcia, I'm going for the. I'm going. That's even better because at least kind of being gonna be here to be hit. He gonna make a ton of money and he going over to England. You like I said, it's big over in England. I'm going over to England too. I'm going over there to smash kind of being in England. Somebody gonna get hurt. Them boys gonna be throwing haymakers at each other. Somebody gonna get hurt for the WBC title. Let's go. So it's just Ryan Garcia got some options. Ryan
Yeah,
Garcia sitting better than everybody right now. Ryan Garcia sitting better than everybody right now.
for
He's
sure.
he's sitting better than everybody right now. He got Devin, he got Shakur, he got Ben, he got everybody right now. And Ryan, he seemed like he don't give a fuck neither though. He ain't ducking nobody. He seemed like he ain't got no obligation, he ain't got no restrictions, he ain't got nothing from what I've been seeing from here from. So he like shit, bring it on. So he's sitting pretty right now. Shout out to Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan got a lot of options. He definitely does, and I'm very curious to see where this boxing, is gonna move forward from here. Um, I seen an interview with Charlo. Him trying to get back into the game, practically almost begging, to get a fight. He said he even left a message to Eddie Hearn saying, "I'll fight your boogeyman." But he also said to Eddie Hearn he wants a tune-up. Eddie Hearn ain't interested in any extra tune-ups before the Boots fight. I mean, what's your thoughts on the whole situation of Charlo trying to come back?
You got to come on now. You got to show Charlo a little more respect. You got to show Charlo a little more respect. He deserved a fight. Charlo listen, he fought Canelo and lost. So what? You know what I'm saying? So what? He was the undisputed champion. All his close fights, he ran them back and he knocked them boys out. You got to show Charlo some respect. Come on now. Charlo is the one that put the work in and achieved what he was supposed to achieve. You can't knock Charlo. Now, listen, nah, hell no. He needs to. If Keith Thurman get in the fight, this motherfucker getting injured, somebody else shit always happen. Keith Thurman, no. Keith Thurman didn't do half the shit that Charlo did. Ain't no way. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the winner of Endura and Keith Thurman. Get your title back. Claim your throne, son. That's what I'm looking to do. Boots will be in the mix too, but I'm looking to claim my throne. They took all his titles for no reason. The organization bodies, like I say, they all trash. they trash for whatever reason. They do different things. They not consistent, and they took all the man titles. He went up there and fought Canelo 2 weight classes above him, and he fought Canelo. How do you even like I said? But this ain't nothing new. They stripped Regan down for going up and fight Lomachenko. That shit don't make no sense. This shit, you know what I'm saying? After all these guys that earned, these guys earned it. Regan Down earned it. Charlo earned it. These ain't just no butterfluff. And listen, if you talking about a world champion first, it's gonna be some champions that maybe they got a shot at the title or won the title and they wasn't the guys, but you got to give them credit for winning the championship. If you a champion, that's supposed to mean something. When you win a world title belt, the true title, that's supposed to mean something no matter what. So in it could have been, no matter what, when you win that title, I mean, come on, man. Look at Jimmy Braddock, Cinderella Man. He was on a loser streak. He was on his way out. Come back, win some fights, and come back and be the world heavyweight champion. You got to give some of these guys the credit, and it's only for that short window. So they're not treating God. Champion means nothing no more these days. It sounds good, but the essence of a champion is really meaning nothing these days. So you got to give Charlo another. Like I said, they stripped him. He was the champion. How you gonna strip him? It- Let alone the Ring Magazine. I guess the other one. Listen, first of all, again, he earned all those titles. He kept up the obligations for those titles to be undisputed. You got 4 people pulling you in a certain way. How I can't do everything? I can't go everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Then you want me to fight this guy that nobody heard of? I'm a superstar, so to speak. I don't make. I'd rather make more money over with him. It don't. I'm better having your championship than any of these other guys. They gonna get their turn, but come on now. I mean, so the Charlo deserves a shot. He shouldn't be begging for a shot. Actually, those guys should be looking for Charlo. There's no way. He didn't get knocked out by Canelo. He didn't get destroyed by Canelo. He didn't show up for Canelo. But every other than that, come on now. Listen, all these other guys getting shots. All these other guys getting shots. Everybody, come on now. Frank Martin getting knocked out. Lord bless him. I'm just saying, Ryan Garcia cheating, Ben getting doping, getting beat by lost to Eubank the first time. Come on now. None of them compared to Charlo winning the undisputed championship. And he was a long reigning champion for real. He had a good reign. He had some exciting fights. He showed a lot in them fights, man. No.
So you
That's not
believe he
fair.
deserves a tune-up before fighting Boots?
Yes, he ain't fought in how long?
Three, almost three.
Yes, exactly. Who would he fight as a tune-up now? I don't know who would be a good tune-up for him. You know, um, you got a boy fighting Zoo, Spence fighting Zoo, which is a good fight. Maybe I don't know, maybe a Joey Spencer, maybe some of them, some like that. I don't know. Get him somebody though. Get some of that ring rust off. Let some
Somebody ranked in like the top like 15 type shit.
something like that. Give me somebody. You just don't want to go straight in with a guy like Boots. You know what I'm saying? With a young guy that been fighting pretty regularly. You don't want to go in there with a young guy like Boots. But then again, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I will guess I would want to see just a little tune up. And that ain't nothing new. Yes, give them somebody to put them on the undercard or somebody and let them and get them a tune up. Yes. There's nothing wrong with that. Why they treating Charlo like that?
Yeah. Nasty work for sure. Definitely nasty work. Well, Bernie, man, I really appreciate your time. I'm about to go head upstairs. My girl looking at me like, yo, we gotta go, we gotta go.
All right. All right, Bill. I'm
Appreciate you.
actually what I'm about.
Let everybody know where they can find you on YouTube as well.
Check me out on YouTube at Bernie the Boxer. Actually, y'all can go ahead and just go ahead and follow me over to the next stage. I'm about to start my show up. I'm about to start a live video up. I
Mm,
haven't did anything yet. I'm about to start a live video up so y'all can follow me at Bernie THA Boxer. Go ahead. We can continue the conversation over at Bernie THA Boxer on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk some more. I'm about to go some more. I got some more to say.
I love it. I love it. Make sure you guys go out your way, continue this conversation, and I'm out. I'll be back a little bit later on tonight.
All right.
Salute.
Appreciate you, Mill. Yes,
I know
sir.
it. Smash that like button. I'll subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Stay blessed.